microphone above his hip. He didn't suffer fools and he never took no lip. And after serial libertarian, then he came and he talked some shit he said.
Well, hello. How are we doing? Hi. Welcome to whatever this is. Yet again, being whatever it is. Hi. How are we doing? Hello. Hi, Tom. Oh, subscribers only, bombers. Shit, you better get on that subscription, buddy. Shit. Yeah, we have a bunch of crazy new shit today or this week, I guess. Yeah, hey, I don't make the rules, man. I mean, like, maybe I made them before right now, but I don't right now on the fly. I'll look on how to enable just your account to do it, all right? But yeah, that's Mikey, I think, is in chat. He can probably demo it, or I can demo it. I put a bunch of chat bot stuff. There's this new watcher you'll see every now and again called Nightbot, and he's just there to strike whatever fancy we've got. There's a bunch of weird phrases from, Steel Toe Show for people that listen to that. There's other stuff for people that have been watching this. Eventually, it'll just grow into whatever everybody's watching this. Show you, we got that. Oh, everybody's going now. Hell yeah. Bend Comedy, how are you? Is that, no, Bend Comedy. Is that Oregon or what is that? Hi. For those of you that don't know what we do here, this is what we do. We stall for time while interacting with our people. We got a really weird one for you today. Bend, Oregon. Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Oregon's the shit. I was there when I was a wee child, when I ate potatoes. Hibbing, all right, good to see you, Kurt, the cat. Good to know. Yeah, we got a weird one for you today. There's a lot of weird shit that happened. I don't know where to begin, but I think we'll just start out talking to you guys because that's what we're doing. Yep. There you go. There's all kinds of them, too. Like, if you know the show, like, there's all kinds of weird catchphrases and niche things that I would say sometimes. They're all in there. We also added some sounds. I got the sound bar going. We got a bunch of new sounds. Bombers actually gets credit for this because guess what we have here? Yeah, that's right. A muted fucking desktop. Let's try it now. Yeah, skull, baby. That's what we're here. Oh, there you go. Nice. Give a little shout out to Kirkhoven. Sometimes Kirkhoven needs a shout out, man. I'm just saying. Something that we do, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I tell you every week, like, I'm trying to get the hang of this or figure out what this will be. One of the, I love the muted desktop sound. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? What up, big guy? What up? I need to get that for my channel. Oh, yeah? You don't have that for your channel? It's pretty easy. Like, I don't know. Do you do Twitch or whatever? Or what, Bend Comedy? Are you a comedian? What's happening here? I feel like you're headhunting me. I feel like I'm on an episode of Twitch Star Search. What up, King of Clubs 99? Not much, man. Just chilling back, grabbing a beer. About to start my work week, I guess. Week 3 off the island. Still no comedy. Still drunk on Twitch. You start work on Monday? Nice. Well, good. That's good. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. We're doing good. Everything's good. Good. That good? Maybe. That's what you get. In about 7 beers in. Yeah, there you go. Wow. 7 beers in? Fuck yeah. Oh. Some message already got deleted. What was happening? Hold on. That's weird. All right. Well, whatever. Fruit Loop 89. Damn, I got some drinking to catch up on that. Yeah, you're not wrong. Get up. Crack a beer. Let's go. What are we drinking to? I don't fucking know. All kinds of shit. Doesn't matter, right? We're not going anywhere. All good. Just say no. Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't know. What did that hit you up for? Oh, shit. In comes Bomber with the subscription. Oh, shit. Look who wants to play too. We do open mic comedy every Thursday. Wait, still? Are you still doing open mic comedy every Thursday? Because I'll move to Oregon for that. If you want to get booked, come by and play. Yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. I mean, like, when are you guys allowed to have comedy there? I thought like comedy was canceled. I thought people just waved their hand and they're like, no more comedy. Because that's how it felt to me. Then you got Mikey just pressing the praise Mikey button. That's all right. It's in there. I'm glad that you guys are having fun. You know who's not having fun are Bernie supporters, right? It sucks. Poor guys. Doesn't help. I had this like Stossel article. What's lo? Hold on. Is this what do we got here?
Und wir werden in unserem Zeichen
Oh,
wieder
Jesus
siegen.
Christ. What did you just... Huh. Well, that happened. I suppose I should have watched it in chat. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't think that that's the case, but I definitely understand that sentiment. Actually, you know what? We'll go right into it. We'll do it from the open. One of my favorite guys ever is this dude by the name of Stossel. And he's a reporter, and he used to work for, I think 60 Minutes originally is where he came from. But he worked for Fox for a while, but he was a libertarian, and he's really good. And he had this really good article he did. Yeah, my filthy mouth is good. Well, no beer, no bourbon, I guess. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know what all that's about. Oh, was that on Savage Thoughts? Okay. Did they do that? Oh, hey, you know what? Special shout-outs to Savage Thoughts because one of the sound effects I added to my board was indeed... Oh, that is way too soft. You can't even hear it. It's firecrackers. Why is it so soft? Oh, I'm going to have to redo that. Are they all like that? Oh, my God. What if they're all like that? Hold on. Yeah, they're all pretty low, huh? I guess we'll have to jerk them up. That sucks. Damn it. Okay, maybe I don't have a lot of cool new effects. That one's okay. All right. Well, you know, we'll do what we can do, I guess. It's the important one is that the skull is super loud, I guess. Oh, that blows. I was in here testing them and they were fine too. God damn it. I suppose I can just crank it way up when I want to do it. It's got to go all the way up for that. Oh, that is not a good thing at all. That makes me mad. But at least I know the level based on the skull button, so I can re-level based off that. That's pretty rad. Yeah. Let's see here. Wow, that's kind of awesome. See, okay, but like here's the thing, right? Are you a trap? Like, for those of you that can't read their comment or whatever, they basically haven't had to cancel one show yet. I taught Discord to about 30 comedians in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Discord is key for it, right? It's fucking nuts. You have seen this before? Is this the same thing? Is this another Aaron being Hitler clip? Yeah, oh my God. That's ridiculous. They just dubbed it over. It's cold, man. It's fucking cold. I don't like it. Makes me feel bad. You guys are making me feel bad. We're this soon into the show, and you guys have already made me feel bad about it. That's really cool, actually. So basically, Bend Comedy, you're like the first on a line of like virtual clubs. Like you're on the cutting edge. That's really cool, actually. I think like you're going to see a lot of things going forward where that becomes a thing. Like that's awesome, dude. Congrats. Congrats about that. Let's see what we got here. All right. You know what? It's got a little weird already. I was going to play the Stossel video. You know what? We're going to do that. Here is a video on Stossel that he did about Bernie. This was like 3 years ago. And this is something to remember about Bernie when you're, yeah, give us an invite. What's wrong with you guys? Good call. Dave, you saved the show right there. I'm so mad these sound effects are too low, you guys. Ugh. Can't even... Is it crickets? Oh, that one's all right. We'll just do the roll call of them right now to make sure they all... The fall is okay. So it might just be this. Actually, it sounds fine now, right? Okay. All right. You know what? That's fine. I think we're gonna be okay on this one. Makes me feel a little bit better. So that's cool. That's the Discord. All right. Well, there's a Discord thing. I'm gonna copy that right now. Actually, blooper. What happens if I click it? We'll just open it in Discord now. But it will. That's really cool, man. You know what? I'm gonna save that myself. I'm gonna actually save that on my little sheet right fucking now, and I will come check it out. That's super rad. I actually have had a Discord forever, but I don't do anything with it. Like, it's weird with Discord because I've always thought it was the superior TeamSpeak thing, but because TeamSpeak kind of sucks. Discord is fun, but I just don't ever use it. I just like start watching the channels or some shit more, I guess. Oh. We don't have one for Dave. Dave, I feel like I should get you one too. We definitely have that. Hi, Tom. I am Tom. Tom. Bye, Tom. Those will all work. You're in the PD time now? Yeah, whatever. Pacific Daylight Time. Yep, there we go. All right. Back. There's all kinds of ones, man. Just fuck around in there. See what you get. There's a few. You're going to have fun. That's all I'm saying. So what's on your mind these days? Who remembers Ventrilo? Yeah, right? What's up with Ventrilo? What's the deal with Ventrilo? Am I right? My sprinklers. Watch. I love that one a lot. I'm real happy that the skull horn turned out, though, to be honest. That was the one that was really, really going to be touch and go. Where are we at? Jesus Christ. All right, we're already in it, man. There's nothing we can do here. We're already in it. I got to get the stuff up for the next caller because we have one. Let's make sure we get a good one. Oh, this is my favorite, I think, is just picking out the random fucking picture that I'm going to use. So you know what? I'm going to use the one of us. We got to have some fucking good ones. Hold on. Here we go. We're just holding on, guys. Yes. There we go. All right. Boom, 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 boom. We're almost there. I promise. Is it going to be worth the wait? That I do not promise. Because that I don't know. But I did find a good one. And that's what we're here to do. There we go. Hell yeah. Shout out to Kirkhoven. Fuck yeah. See, there you go. It's pretty good. Glad everybody's enjoying that. That's a fun little toy. Here we go. Let's get him on the phone. Right fucking meow. Hello? Give him a second. He's there, but he's not there. Yeah, well, fuck you. That's right. I can get away with that shit. Here.
Hello.
Oh shit, we got him.
Oh.
We got him live. This is a big moment for me.
Woo!
Why don't you go ahead and
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the folks? We got like 35 people watching you, man. Like this is a promotion. Fucking go.
Watching, or can anyone see me?
No, I picked a picture of you.
Oh yeah.
They can
Yeah.
see. I picked the one where you're drinking. I don't know. It looks like water out of a champagne flute in front of a fireplace. It looks like you're
Yeah.
loitering at an old folks' home. If I'm honest.
No, it was vodka,
Mm.
but it was at a rich person's house.
Yeah, people are saying right now you look so fancy.
Yeah, I look great. So yeah, this is the old Mad Dogger himself, Chris Maddock.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. This happens to me every day. I wake up, I go, whoa. Oh, another day is the old Mad Dogger.
Just that excited to be you.
It's just shocking. The gratitude I feel is amazing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you're too
Just-
fancy. Ben Comedy says you're being too fancy.
No, I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh, okay. It gets fancier.
Woo!
Are you okay? Did you finally snap under quarantine?
No, man, this is like I'm built for this. This is perfect. This is perfect for me. I love it. Everything's looking up.
Why? What the? Are you okay?
Dude, are you kidding me? Do you know how easy it is to plan like Waylon's birthday parties now? Sweet.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You just I'm gonna take a picture of him in the middle of a soccer field all by himself. Like, there's the birthday party. Easy. Yeah. No, I'm kind of stir crazy. How about you?
Well, I mean, like you were looking forward to like making your kid cry in a photo. That seems more than stir crazy.
I didn't say I was gonna cry. I was just saying I didn't have to like clean up a bunch after.
I'm good. I'm all right. I'm a little bit more worried about you now than I was before.
Is there still 35 people?
We're down to 29 now.
Let's keep it going.
Just I don't want to brag, but you've still kept most of the room. You walked a little bit of it, but you're still like some of it is still going pretty good right now.
Dude, if everyone leaves, I'll just be like, way to pick them, Corey.
Don't you dare do that shit. My fans are assholes, man. They will do that to spite me.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
There's a running gag in the chat room here because there's a chat room that runs alongside the program, right, where people hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a running gag about how everybody that comes on the show is Tom Chilstrom. And so there's like one people Andrew already said, "Wait, this isn't Tom." Like they're mad at you for not being Tom Chilstrom. This is probably the first time this has ever happened in your life.
Well, I don't know. It could be worse things.
Like
Tommy Chillstorm, but that's something Tom Chillstrom would say.
Oh, it is. No, you were doing that in character. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you like what are you doing these days? Nothing?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I've stared at almost all my walls now.
Wait. Hold on. Back up. This is what I like about you. You have the kind of foresight that you haven't expended looking at all your walls yet.
I'm saving the best one for last.
How do you know it's the best if you've never seen it?
Well, because the other ones were kind of boring.
Oh, okay. Well, then it'd have to be, right?
Dude, I'm busier right now than I've ever been, probably.
Is that because of the album? Are we allowed to talk about that? Is it happening? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be out like real soon. We're on the I've just gotta give the go ahead. We got like all the like work stuff is done. It's just I just gotta give like the yes. Chris is making some sweet lettering.
Oh, really?
For my name, and
did you get a bunch of dope ass pictures of that nudie suit?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck
so
yeah. I can't wait.
So like I could like do promo every day for 2 weeks, and I would never repeat a picture.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I got so many pictures of that suit. The suit's the star. You kidding me?
Oh, I've been saying that for years.
No, yeah, I've been working putting that out.
When do you have a release date for it or not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. God, I can't wait.
uh,
That has that has the fucking the breakfast soup joke, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I got that.
My second
coming.
favorite Chris Maddock joke on his second album. That's pretty cool.
You really categorize things. That's nice. I like that.
Said my favorite Minneapolis comic.
Tom Chillstrom.
Don't you dare hit me with that blasphemy.
Do the fans have a favorite Tom Chillstrom joke?
No, I think making him the joke is their favorite.
Oh, he doesn't even get credit.
Yeah, no,
Bummer.
nor would he. Oh, shout out to JBTV's hosting us. All right, so you picked up a viewer and we picked up a high-profile host. You're really killing it
Yeah.
with this intimate conversation.
People got to get used to me, but then they're good.
Dave says he can't remember any of Tom's jokes, and that's somebody I know that has seen Tom perform many times.
Yeah. Well,
What's
I've
your
been
favorite Tom
watching
Chillstrom
12.
joke, Chris?
Hey, so listen, other things I'm working on are I love I got the Servitude podcast coming out.
Yeah, tell them where to find that.
Yeah, we're gonna, wherever you see podcasts, Podbean and everything, we're gonna have full episodes up on YouTube and lots of clips, lots of video clips. It's a very segmented show where
Segmented? You? No way.
yeah, man. Oh, that's why it's taking so long. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out how to be organized. I don't know. And then, but you know what I've been super busy doing, because Waylon is out. He doesn't have school, and he's super fun to hang out with. And so he has he's up to about 6 YouTube channels that he wants to start.
Wayland is your kid, for people that don't know you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I said he's more famous than I am. So
That's right.
did
Did you ever change his name?
To what? Waylon Green?
Yeah.
Oh no, that costs money. He can do that. Yeah.
I love that. That's still one of my favorite stories, because Red is so awesome, because it's a name that was handed down, and then he's like, yeah, but I like Green. And you're like, yeah, you can buy it when you're old enough. You do it.
Yeah, if everybody doesn't know, I named him Waylon Red. My grandpa, the jazz man, his name was Red Maddock, and so I named him Waylon Red. And then he when he figures out his favorite color is green when he's 2, he says, I'm Waylon Green Maddock, and that lasted until he was 7 years old. It was amazing.
Why don't you guys just compromise and name him Purple? Is that how you make purple? I don't know how colors work.
He's Boy.
Boy?
I renamed him. It's his post-apocalypse name is Boy. Boy, come. I gotta tell you about that. But so he's got all these YouTube channels that he wants to start, and so I'm trying to he's of course 8, so he's just all over the place, and I'm barely better. So we're both, but I'm I honed it down. So we're doing this show called Minecraft Storytime. Yeah. Minecraft Storytime, where we just summarize these Minecraft young adult novels.
Wait, back up.
Yeah.
There's Minecraft young adult novels?
Yeah. They're something. Yep.
God, that guy that made Minecraft must be making so much money.
Holy buckets, dude. I mean, you didn't even have to spend any time thinking of their names. The main dude is Steve.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Adam. It's awesome.
And
but,
aren't there bad guys called creepers or something like that?
Creepers,
yeah.
There's griefers and rainbow griefers and hostile mobs, and there's just, it's you can't believe it. It's just
well, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but I played a lot of Minecraft. My buddy Dave, my buddy Hank, and then who the fuck else was it? John. And we would play Minecraft all the time, but it's it was just the block building. You'd run into these creepers, but now it's crazy because it's this giant empire. They have novels, and I saw a cartoon somewhere. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. And it's I get really emotional about these books, and so we just do 1 minute long summaries of each chapter. But I just because it's man, Steve will just build his whole wheat farm. He'll turn his back and someone will blow the whole thing up. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
you get invested in a guy's wheat farm like that emotionally.
How are you surviving?
Yeah. Well, so this. I think the craziest post-apocalyptic thing yet happened today, which is I put a little video up on Facebook just because I went to Best Buy in Roseville to get a little curbside hard drive.
Is that
kinda sounds
what?
dirty,
Yeah, what
doesn't
is that? Is that like, do you pay extra for that, or does it come with a finish, or how does that work?
No, they just like you open your window and they throw it in while they're running.
Oh, that's real creepy as fuck.
But
Stop doing that.
I can't. So we went. So Waylon got hip to a what do you call it? A gym. There's a gym battle Pokemon. There was some big epic Pokemon battle happening somewhere nearby where so we went. It was like over in like the Rosedale Mall, and so we went over there, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like Friday 6 p.m. and it was like, so we got out of the car and we walked by the movie theater, and it looked like the movie posters were just like frozen in time and like, just like everything but tumbleweeds, it was just like, I got this video, I'm going like, hello, anybody, and but it felt like, it feels so weird to just be there and it's just silent there, like and then there was like, oh look, there's 3 teenagers wearing masks coming toward me. All right, this is fun. We're here. This is 28 days later.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it felt really like, it was just echoey, and like I had to like sit there and figure it out. I'm like, this is Friday night, I think. Like, yeah. This is
Club Lago says that's a Pokemon pandemic.
Yeah, dude. Social shit, I thought I might have had a good line. Boy, did that fizzle out.
Christening? I got you,
Come,
bro.
boy.
When you fall, I am here.
Boy, leave the Pokemon.
So what do you, because you're not doing anything else, right? You're fucked like all of us?
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of
because there's no way this is over. Like, because even when we are allowed to go back outside, there's no way that like comedy clubs and everything are just gonna fire back up the open mics.
No, and this is like, and so this is kind of like everybody's got their. I'm not saying I'm special. Everyone's got their own thing they have to worry about. But I've taken Chris, my wife, to the hospital for respiratory issues before, where like she
Stop
just can't
bragging.
She just can't breathe, and like, so I'm like, just like my work was like they're doing curbside service. I'm like, I just can't. Like, I can't get in a situation where like there's no doctor they're too busy because
you can't do anything to kill your wife. That's why you have to quarantine, because you love your family.
Well, you know what the thing is that you have, like, the irony of quarantining is you're sitting here protecting the people that you increasingly want to kill the most.
Yeah. Oh, I would say that's exactly what it is. And it's like every time you get in an argument, you're like, no, yeah, you're right. I should just go outside for no reason at all.
Yeah. I need some fresh air.
I'm just going to go by the fucking hospital where everybody's coughing.
So, but my point was that, like, how long is it before I'm like, feel comfortable just,
Never. I mean, here's the thing. There's a reality in where this mutates and this just becomes SARS season, dude.
Yeah. So,
not to bring you down more, but like, maybe you should have stayed in college.
I'm a little crazy, but I'm not down. I haven't really been down this whole time. Like, my biggest thing is like, I'll start thinking like, oh, I washed my hands. Oh shit, I touched my ear. I gotta wash my hands again, and like my hands are like cracking and shit. And I'm just like, okay, settle down. Like,
you know what I always do is like, because I've been pretty good about like, I've only been out a few times, and what it is to stock up on supplies. And like the thing that I keep running into is like the moment I go into a building, I just like, I can taste it. I know I'm getting it from here. And it's like, and I'm not one to have panic attacks, but it gets into you.
Yeah, I was kind of, I mean, you could probably tell I was having one when you called. But
I mean,
I feel
not
much-
really. Like your personality hides a panic attack very well.
So does my like hairstyle.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I can't tell if you're freaking out or just playing it cool.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
Like right now, it kind of sounds like your laughter should be tears.
Yeah, they're never, far from right here.
Hey,
God
cheer
damn
up.
it! I said I wasn't gonna do this. No, I've actually been like, it's kind of been though like the kick in the pants where it's just like you don't have a choice. You gotta.
Yeah.
So I've been.
Well,
like,
that's what
I've
this
been
is for me. Is like,
working my
because like
bums
for
off.
me, I started this Twitch show 3 weeks ago now, but it's like Friday through Tuesday, 5 days a week, 3 hours. Because like this is just what content is now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, because here's the other thing. Like, I would be out at an open mic for that 3 hours, and I'd be running material back or writing or doing something else that would be productive, and I don't know what that looks like. All I know is that and you were in the same boat. That's why I wanted to talk to you, is that, like, I worked my whole life. Everything in my life I sacrificed to be a comic. You know that. Like, when I started,
Yep.
I was out 7 days a week. I did everything I could because I wasn't very funny, and I had to learn how to be unfunny before I could learn how to be funny. Because I'm an idiot. And then, like, it's like you apply all this effort, all this hustle, all this discipline, and your shit just is gone immediately. Like, it's just, because waiting tables was my fallback plan. That's gone too.
I have this thought where it's like when I die, they'll be like, whoever, like, if, like, you wake up, you're dead, and there's, like, something after death, and they're going, like, no, we set all that up. You really thought, like, oh, the world just fell apart, like, all of a sudden? Nah, everybody gets that. Like,
Yeah.
we just fucked the whole world up for you.
I don't think they do. I mean, like, I think the thing is that people don't understand outside of it how it is. Because that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you and why I really like talking to my pro comic friends is like, this is something weird on the level that I not only have never experienced, but I never thought I would experience. I mean, there's no backup plan for, hey man, everything you've been working toward, because we were the lucky people. We were the guys that could make a living at this, and that's not everybody. And I one of the things I love the most about you is you understand how lucky you are to be a comic, and you're appreciative of it. And I am too, and I've always connected with you on that. And it's just this thing that I respect and that I've worked so long for, it's just gone now. And it's like, what do you do with that? Because it's like, oh, good, all this energy. Because it's not going to, even if everything's open in May, it's not going to just go back to the way it was. It can't. People are going to be scared to go out. There's going to be limited seating capacities. So a lot of clubs are probably going to close down because there's no way a place like House of Comedy can make their fucking nut if they're only allowed to have, 80 people in there?
Well, I think the next, like, the transition period will be long, but there'll be, and this is, I've only, studied to be a doctor for about 13 minutes of my whole life, but there'll be a time.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, his credentials check out. I just verified them.
There'll be, the next year or two is going to be gnarly, and then there'll be, there's going to be a flu shot vaccine. You get your SARS shot, you get your
maybe
COVID
unless
shot.
it mutates. Like, don't forget they were able to treat AIDS with penicillin originally. That shit mutates.
And money.
That money, baby, gotta have that money.
But I know the live show is where it's at. But the whole thing was like, I'm like, I have no way to make money. I better get this album out and then and then get the podcast started. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe everyone will just like they'll just realize that life without stand-up comedy isn't worth living. So they'll just show up in droves.
Yeah,
and then
well,
we'll get to stand behind glass because we're like essential workers.
It's also, yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, I also feel kind of insulted that comedians weren't deemed essential. Oh, you're right. We don't need to laugh at this shit. Get fucked.
Yeah.
We should have been the last thing to go, man. Fucking us and doctors, goddammit. Laughter's the best medicine.
So yeah, speaking of, like you were saying, like you get all paranoid about the shit. I absolutely one night thought myself.
There's a guy
into,
making fun of us right now saying, I've been in public without a mask and I feel stress fine. He goes, wow.
I know.
I just went on to say the stress people is way worse than the fictiona virus. Fictiona virus? I don't know.
Yeah, just keep your mask on, but not because of COVID. 'Cause you ugly, you ugly.
Hey, hold on. Wait. You can't even hear this, but hold on. Just do it again. Deliver it with like some fucking oomph. Go. Do it.
Just keep your mask on, but not because of COVID. It's because you ugly, you ugly.
There's so much laughter and applause behind you right now. You can't hear it, but I got a soundbar. You're fucking, dude. You're fucking killing it right now.
I know, dude. You gotta imagine you are. No, but
you got to imagine you are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If people who walk around being paranoid and scared all the time are overreacting. They're not right. But anybody walking around going, "This is fucking bullshit," is like stupid too. But I did think myself into a
Coma?
sore throat, like a real sore throat.
Oh yeah.
Where, one night I just was like, "Ha!" I was just like, "I know I'm not."
You're like,
sick,
"Ha!
but
I knew I caught the Rona."
Yeah, I knew I wasn't. I was just like, I know I thought myself into this. I woke up and didn't have it. Or maybe I just like spontaneously heal myself now. Laughter is the best medicine, and I'm like one of the funniest guys I know.
You're up there.
There's one of the funniest guys I live with now.
Yeah.
Nah,
Is your kid lapping you? Is that what's happening?
Oh, he's so funny.
Are you afraid that your kid is funnier than you?
No, I'm not afraid of that. That would be awesome. And there's no fucking chance.
Yeah, I was just about to call you out on that. You're like, that would be awesome, and I'm like, that's him saying he's not.
Hey man, didn't you see the Cowboys with John Wayne? Every man wants his kids to be better than he was, and mine were.
Why don't you pick up that plate?
I said you, Liberty. You pick it up.
Pick it up.
God, you got to get me on video here.
Yeah, no, I know, because you're like, what I love about this is like, this is really handicapping you, because you're one of the best comics I know at like selling a delivery. This is taking out at least 40% of your act. I love it.
Yeah, tell Mask Guy that.
Tell Mask Guy that. Mask Guy, he's actually very funny.
Told ya.
He said it's more of a mental disease than a viral disease.
Yeah, except for the virus part. The mental disease is just having a brain.
Just having a brain. Oh, me? You know, just having a brain.
I got a couple brains. Pick the right one. It's good. We're good.
Are you writing a bunch?
No.
Like me neither. And editing. I feel like that's a weird thing, but it's so hard to write anything I'm experiencing when all I do is in my fucking house. It's like, oh, funny thing happened on the way to the fridge today.
Yeah. What was it?
No, it was just a fictitious setup.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck you.
Can I have that then?
No. Oh, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
My favorite Dwight York story ever.
Which one?
There's the so cabin joke. First off, my favorite Chris Maddock joke is in this joke. That's why I love it.
He wanted to buy it or something.
Well, like the story you told me of that incident is the greatest thing ever. God, you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. I'll just butcher it behind your back.
I don't remember the story.
Oh, you told me like one time you were on the road with Dwight York, and you guys were going up to like Chisholm or Duluth or something.
Well, we went on 2 Tribble runs together.
What? Is that real?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my God! What is the void of looking down a Tribble run with Dwight York?
Dude, it's made me who I am. It's awesome.
He's so cool. He's so good at he's so good at writing jokes, but like there's no turning it off. He's just Dwight York. I'm gonna get him on. He told me he'd come on this show too, but like Dwight York is crazy.
See, well, he was probably like how old I am right now when I went with him, and it was like I was super young, and I was just like, fuck yeah, I'll go, drive abysmally long distances with someone I barely know in order to do fucking terrible, dismal shows in front of people who hate me. Let's do it. And I never understood people who never went through that phase, at least. But there's so many comics.
But for me, like I did, but I only did one triple run, and then I was done. I was like, that's enough of that.
Dude, the second one I did was a double 2 weeks.
Oh my god, yeah, I did one. I did one with Shannon Thompson.
Nice.
It was amazing.
I did with Dwight. He was in love, and
wait. He was in love?
Yeah, he was like
Dwight York feels love.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
Something like love. It's fine. Like, it's kind of love.
No, he was just really. He had this girlfriend, and but like it was awesome. He was it was just like my first one was just like he'd go up in like Billings, Montana, and just murder for an hour straight, and then get off the stage and be like, fuck. Like,
wait, what?
He just murdered. Like he just shit. I don't know. I fucked that joke up. Why didn't they laugh at that part? Like everyone laughed the whole time. You just murdered the entire thing. It was great. We got to Idaho Falls, Idaho. It's bad when it says Idaho twice. And
did you just try that now? It's pretty good.
It's mine. He goes, we were driving into the Idaho Falls, and he goes, I didn't want to tell you this before you got here. This is the worst room in the country. And it was. Yep.
But so the story.
What else? Oh, okay. So I wrote a joke that goes, I take a lot of vacations for a guy who has no job. I do have a cabin. It's way out of the way, though. It's only accessible by mushrooms. I go there a few times a year. It's not in this state.
I've got the applause and laughter underneath you right now.
Yeah, good. You can use it. I'm dead inside. But I think I said it out. That's what happened. I said it out loud in the car.
I remember the story better than you do, I think.
Yeah, you better tell it. I don't.
No, you're right. I know you're gonna nail this part of it.
I just said it.
Yeah.
Like I think we were driving, and I just was like, "Hey, that's funny, right? Can I have that?" Right? Is that it? I don't know.
So the way I was told by you that story, right? So I don't want to say that you're wrong about this story. I'm just saying from another source that's very close to you. In fact, you could argue the closest, which is you.
Okay.
The story I was told was you guys were just driving, right?
Checks out.
And then you said, I have a cabin way far out of the way. It's only accessible by mushrooms, and did your little finger act out, which is, that is my favorite joke of yours because it's so quick and weird. Thanks, and that's not really what you do, but it's real funny. I love when like a story comic tells a really good one-liner, or when a really good like one-liner comic tells a story, because it's not really their strength, but there it is. Yeah. But so you told me you're like, just said it in a silent car, like you and Dwight were driving. The way that you said it was you had run out of things to talk about 2 states ago.
That's probably true, dude.
And you guys are just sitting there quietly, and you say it, and you both laugh, and then there's silence for about 30 seconds. And then Dwight says, "Are you gonna use that?" And you go, "Yeah, I'm gonna use that."
That's funny. I think that's right. That's dude, because so maybe people don't know, a Tribble Run there's this dude who lives in like the hills of Montana named David Tribble.
Is that where he lives? I only talked to him once on the phone.
No one knows where he lives, but he has a crystal ball for sure, because there's something he watches us drive in while he laughs at us. And so he has to. He's got to look at the map and like
the fucking Wizard of Dick jokes.
He's got to have friends over and go, okay, look at this. Look at what these two idiots are doing. And and this number represents what I'm paying them. You know, these guys are idiots. But David Tribble makes these tours where, like, and I'm not exaggerating, the first show was in Missoula, Montana, 18 hours away, and then you drive there, get up, you do a show, you go to bed, and you get up at like 5 a.m. to drive 10 more hours to
it's so fucking brutal.
Like I remember having a 5-hour drive one day and was like, yes, nothing.
Yeah, Matt Doima just said Stanhope talks about Tribble gigs in his book. Yes, he does.
Yeah. So people have read at least one book just about the Tribble runs, and so yeah, you should do one. But like, yeah, and then you get paid like $200. It was like 100, 200 is what we got paid, you know, and then yeah. But dude, I mean, it was.
I'll never forget that gig, because so the one that I went on with Shannon, like the first gig was in like Wenatchee, Washington, or something like that.
Swastika tattoos and.
Oh yeah, but it was fucking crazy because it was like we left Minneapolis and it was like a day and a half because like we wanted to stop, you know.
Yeah.
And so we literally stopped at this fucking ratchet ass fucking Bates Motel, got up and got back on the road and just driving. And I remember just like. Wenatchee, Washington just feels like you're driving to absolutely nowhere because it's like 30 minutes of like no cell phone service, just in the fucking woods, the fucking apple orchards on the hill. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like Lewiston, Idaho, which had the only Wendy's I've ever seen still have a salad bar open. That's fucking weird, right? Like,
dude, I'm surprised your libertarian ass didn't just move into Lewiston.
I'm more of a Clarkston guy. Lewiston, he was always on the coattails of Clark. Fuck him. But yeah, no, and then so like we drove back and like it was weird because the way back is broken up in such a way that it's not as bad. But man, that first trip out is so fucking brutal.
Dude, I had I have such great memories of hanging out with Dwight, but I mean Dwight's pretty manic, and you know, it was, and I like, you know, I was like 24 or something, and but he fuck was my point? Oh, I did something that I was like, I still feel bad about to this day.
What'd you do? You don't feel? What did you do? What did you do? Tell me.
That's how bad it was. So we did a show like in some log cabin at like the top of Montana.
What?
And that was like the last show of the week, and we had another week. We had 3 days off. And so we had to drive out to like Oregon.
Sure.
To like have our 3 days off or whatever. And I had a high school friend who lived in Portland, and this was going to be like, yeah, civilization, have fun. And Dwight, like,
yeah,
I mean, this is after a week, and Dwight just refused to like look at the MapQuest. That's what we used back then. It was like,
I love that, because like, think about this. You guys were using MapQuest. Think about the people that were doing Tribble runs off just a fucking map.
Well, he was like, he took pride in that, which I get. But like, I was like, please look at the MapQuest. And like, I figured it out, like that we drove like 15 hours to Portland, but it should have taken 12. And I was so mad.
Hold on one sec, dude. This guy, Bend Comedy, who runs a virtual open mic out of Bend, Oregon, he just typed Tribble and I are nemesis. Hey, he said it's a long story. Type it out while Chris is talking. Go ahead, Chris, go.
That's funny. So he ask him if he's got a crystal ball.
Yeah, does he have a crystal ball? I know he's missing part of a thumb. Because I know he didn't like my thumb joke, and back in the day, it wasn't even much of a joke at that point. But like he had made a comment. This guy that I'd never met had made a comment about my bandsaw joke, and I was like, it's just really weird. Like, it's fucking Cloak of Whispers bullshit. It's weird.
That's funny. So I got really mad at Dwight. Like, I was seething, you know, and I made up this thing. I was like, yeah, she's kind of like traumatized, and she's just like scared of strangers, and you know, like, you can't stay with us, basically. like and then like we're driving the last like hour or two into Oregon. It's just pouring rain, and I start going like, hey man, I talked to her and she's cool, it's all good. He's like, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, he wouldn't stay there. I'm like, I tried a couple more times. I'm like, really, it's fine. I to the point where I was like, look, I shouldn't have said that. I feel bad. No, I'm fine. I just like left him alone in the rain after like we had been through this long week together. See you in 3 days. I'm like,
sounds like
bye.
Sounds like the worst shot romantic comedy ever.
Dwight, come on.
He said he won't tell us the whole story, but I will tell you, if I ever go to a Tribble gig in Pendleton, Oregon, I'm specifically mentioned in their itinerary.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty awesome,
credit.
actually. I like that. That should be a fucking credit. That's great.
That's a good credit. Yeah, we did Bend, Oregon, and Coos Bay. There was the swastika tattoos. Dude, the guy who was like working at the hotel had like swastika tattoos, like in uniform. He's just like, they're like, don't make him cover it up. Like, it's one thing to be rocking it at the bar, but it's like,
yeah, you should at least know you have to cover that up.
yeah, no, that was not an issue.
It's like those people. It's like those people in Winger.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, they invited us back too. Should have went.
You didn't go back.
Winger, it's outside of Motley. No. We should feel lucky we got out.
Dude, there's literally a guy in the chat room right now going nuts about how this is all fake. Like, there's no COVID. How do you feel about that?
Is that the same mask guy?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Tovar's in the chat room going after him, and they're basically blowing up the chat room, making it look like a Facebook feed.
That's funny. Well, there you go. All right. I mean, it's like, yeah, overreacting, not good.
He said it's fucking SARS, you asshole. It's actually SARS 2.
Yeah, electric boogaloo.
Yeah, you gotta add the electric boogaloo. Well, hey man, I'm coming up on time, which means I'm done with you.
Yeah, thanks.
How's that feel?
Hanging
Thank
out.
you. Hey, thank you for doing this. Would you like to do this again? I enjoy talking to you.
Yeah, if I'm alive.
Well, I have it on a very good authority via a Twitch name that I don't know that this is all fake.
Well, we just ate Burger King, and I'm just like, what was I thinking?
Ooh, comedians in SARS getting COVID. What do you think?
That
was a Matt Doima line. Matt Doima came up with that.
I had hot, sexy COVIDs.
Okay.
Yeah, or something like that.
All right, I'm
college.
leaving you.
College COVIDs.
That's better.
Hang on, this is gonna get good. You don't want to go.
Are you sure?
Right.
Okay, hold on. I will keep you for a little bit extra, but go ahead.
No. No, I was. I gotta go. I'm gonna think I'm gonna die. Thank you so much, Corey.
No, you said don't go now.
Baby. No, I'm gonna fizzle.
Don't go.
This is turning into
Maddox, don't go. I can change.
This is like a sitting outside of the bathroom door. Honey, please come out.
Yeah, come on. I know it's okay. I don't know why you're crying on the tub, but we can talk about it.
Come on, we'll all get COVIDs.
COVIDs.
The chat room's got to be emptying out by now, right?
22 viewers. You downed it by 14. Good work, my friend.
But that was in the last 60 seconds. We just lost steam.
Yeah. No, that's not how it happened at all.
I will definitely love to come on again, Corey. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Tell people where to get a hold of you and where they can find your albums and all that stuff. Give yourself a quick plug.
Yeah, dude. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the Instagram, The Old Mad Dogger. And you can look for the Servitude podcast. And we have I just set up the YouTube page for that.
How many pages in pages? How many episodes in are you guys for release? Like, how many have been released?
0. We've only released
Jesus
clips.
Christ.
Yeah, it's a big launch, Corey.
Yeah, I know. You told me about this podcast like a year ago.
Well, yeah, and then the world went up in flames. And
yeah, like
so
3 weeks ago. So for
irrelevant.
8 months, you were just planning in case COVID happened?
No, we were recording.
Okay. How many episodes do you have in the can?
Like 8.
Yeah, all right. That's not that bad. All right, fine. I just wish you would produce at something other than a fucking tortoise pace. You're one of my favorite people, and I wish there was more of your product. Stop being a fucking production snail.
I don't know if you looked out the window, Corey, but there's no hurry.
No, there is a hurry. Now is the time to use your productive means. Go, go, go. Work, work, work. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
told you I've been busy.
Clearly not if you don't even have one fucking episode of your podcast out.
Yeah, I gotta prioritize. Hey, guys, I can't hang out with you anymore. Nah, no more family. Don't look like that.
Hey,
All right.
okay, first off, the only thing that offended me of that is you acting like your family would miss you.
They might.
Yeah, no, they might. All right, thank you so much, buddy. I will talk to you later.
Good night, bud. Thanks for having me. See ya.
Yeah, for sure. Goodbye. That was Chris Maddock, founding member of the Minneapolis Comedy Death Squad. It's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking fun. Clearly thinks more of his family than his family thinks of him. Let's be honest about that. We have to find our next caller is actually just like in the wings, so we're gonna go back to back super quick on this one. But we gotta fucking there it is. Jesus. Yeah, I guess we'll use this one. All right. Bye, Tom. Yeah. You actually, Mikey, if you go like this, it's wait, I fucked it up. Hold on. There you go. Boom. Boom. Hi, Tom. Bye, Tom. All right. Where is that? There it is. There's that.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm on the air, as it were.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't want to brag. I know you're used to bigger audiences, but you are literally being heard by tens of people right now.
Wow. I'm honored.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but we did hit 40 at one point.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe get back to your roots and entertain people, the old-fashioned way, under commas. Commas and listeners? That doesn't sound real at all. Tell the people who you are.
I am Robbie Mackloff. I host a couple of radio shows on Score North, the midday show, Score North Live, noon to 2, and I'm part of Mackie and Judd with Rami from 4 to 6 on 1500 and scorenorth.com.
Jesus, I just meant tell them you're a comic. Don't promote a rival product. The fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck?
I'm a shameless
what
self-promoter,
the
man.
fuck?
It's kind of my shtick. Shameless self-promotion is my thing.
Dude, there is a fine niche of hours of audio people will listen to. Are you fucking here to poach me?
Maybe a little bit.
Holy shit! Motherfucker! I'm fucking on to you.
I'm so, I thought you had me on because of the radio show. Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian too. That's
Jesus
that's
Christ!
my
Yeah,
sidekick.
no, we get it. I get it. God.
Nobody's a stand-up comedian right now. There's
yeah, I get it. I'm unemployed, Rami. I get
it. I'm sorry.
It doesn't sound like you're sorry.
It's my instinct. If you give me an opening for shameless self-promotion, I'm going to take it 10 times out of 10.
I give you stage time at Sisyphus.
I can't help myself.
Wow.
I can't help myself. Wow. So what's going on,
At least
man?
you didn't talk about how the Score also has their own app. Oh, now you got me doing it.
It's free. Totally free app.
Motherfucker. How are you?
I'm good, man. Just ordered some barbecue. That should be arriving in about a half an hour, and watching Conan and just staying in the house.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How's life being employed, you piece of shit?
It is. You know what? It is nice to have somewhere to go every day. I
Actually, hold on. I do have a question. I'm gonna ask for like a real answer, and if you can't, because like I get you're a corporate speak piece these days, but
sure. Yeah.
Like, how hard is it to fill that time with no sports going on?
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. There was a little bit of inward panic. I didn't outwardly panic at any point, but when I first realized that sports were going away for the foreseeable future, I had a little bit of panic in me, shit my pants just a little bit. But we sort of all got together, the whole station, the whole staff, top to bottom, And we all just started brainstorming ideas of what we can do in this time. I mean, there are sports to
that's
talk about.
honestly, like, jokes aside about, like, corporate overlord and whatever, but, like, the thing that's really cool about SCORE is, like, it always feels like a family when I go there.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's very easy to imagine a scenario where all of you band together like a family, because that's kind of how your workspace is anyways.
Yeah, and because I came here from Milwaukee, and I loved the guys that I worked with down there. And when I came up here for the interview, I really wanted to make sure I was joining a group of guys that I could trust and believe in, and who were going to put as much into it day in and day out as I'm willing to do. And
so where did you start in radio?
Well, my very first job was at a really small station in a town called Racine, Wisconsin, south of Milwaukee, and literally just pushing buttons. My first on-air experience was announcing school closings when it snowed.
So are you using your sweet school closing chops now when you announce no sports? Hey, just so you know, District USA, your sporting events have been canceled for the immediate future. Tune into 13. That's our public bulletin show.
So yeah, that's my roots, announcing school closings, and I would just
God,
I would
want
just
that,
push,
dude. I think that needs to be merch of yours. My roots are announcing school closings. That at least has to be your opener.
And then there was a startup station in Milwaukee, a startup sports station in Milwaukee, and I just got my foot in the door there. Again, really low level.
Now where, like, because I thought you were a Chicago guy.
I grew up in Chicago,
Sure.
And then
so when does not growing up in Chicago start?
when I was 20, 19,
Okay,
20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
First off, fuck you. Second off,
Why?
don't act like that was an unreasonable question, asshole.
No, I didn't.
Some
get the
people say,
question
like,
at
I was there
first.
till I grew
I've
up,
never
and then
heard
they're
that
like,
que-
I grew up at 15 in the mean streets of Chicago.
I've never heard that question worded like that before. Who says when did growing up in Chicago stop? Most people say,
Yeah.
how long did you live
No,
in Chicago?
when did it stop?
It stopped at
Look,
about
I'm
19
not
or
very
20.
good at this yet, okay? I only know how to answer questions. What? Vague,
about 19
open-ended
or 20.
interviewing. That's what I bring.
I was about 19 or 20, and
Okay.
my parents moved up to Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is just over the Illinois border. I moved with them because I was going to community college at the time, and what the fuck else
So
was
you
I
were a
gonna do?
loser.
Right, exactly.
So growing up in Chicago stopped because you were a loser.
Exactly.
Yes,
Right.
finally,
Yeah.
the truth.
Yes.
Finally, some goddamn
You
truth to
nailed
this
it.
fucking plastic
You-
man promoting
you
the shit
nailed
out
it.
of his app.
So my roots are being a loser and announcing school closings. We're really getting to my origin story here, Corey.
Look, I'm not trying to make you more depressed, all right? I love you. You know that. You're like the Dan Lebitard of Detroit or whatever makes you feel good in this moment.
So yeah, just a low-level, entry-level job at a station in Milwaukee, and then sort of worked my way up, climbed the ranks there, and then I hosted a show there for 6-7 years before I got the job.
So
up
you
here
weren't
in
one of these
Minneapolis.
people that went through that fucking radio school bullshit.
No, I graduated from University of Wisconsin Parkside.
Parkside? What?
That's UW Parkside, baby.
God, I'm not gonna brag, but that doesn't sound real.
It's
That sounds like somebody that's like forging a document. Like, no, yeah, I went here, Parkside.
You know what? It barely is real. It doesn't take
I
much
live in
to
St.
get
Louis
into there.
Park, Riverdale.
It was very Riverdale-like. It was like 3 or 4 buildings all connected by catwalks. That was the entirety of the campus.
Shout out. We're now being hosted by Epic Dance Party. Thank you for hosting. There you go. Sometimes I have to read announcements like you did.
Nice.
What was your favorite school closing you announced?
It had to be.
I feel like
Racine
District
Elementary.
283 just really knocked the park out of snow closures.
I was a fucking rock star at Racine Elementary, dude. They
Oh,
were
yeah?
so pumped. They got the day off to go sledding.
You know what's funny is, like, if kids paid attention to that shit, the dude that announced fucking closures would be the most beloved local celebrity in the town.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would be like he hosted a kids show.
Yeah. Like, there would be a mascot there. Like, Mickey Mouse could come to that fucking school, and they would walk right by him to high-five the dude that canceled school. Fucking rad. Then when did you, Chicago, you're forced to go to Wisconsin because you're a loser,
Right.
and then you decide to like really grit down, and then so when you were in Milwaukee and you jumped over to score, you were probably looking at a bunch of different places.
No, I had actually the only other place I'd ever applied for a job was a station in Chicago. Because I was happy where I was at, man. I had sort of built a brand in Milwaukee. I had a little bit of a following. We had a top rated sports show in town, and like I said, I love the guys that I work with. They're like family to me to this day. But I heard like this cool plan. We have a really good blueprint and a good plan, I think, for the future of radio and sports talk
Well,
radio.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I don't know any of the plan or the format, but I think the way that what you guys do through pushing everybody to your app, I think
Right.
that's revolutionary. And I think that going forward, especially with people under the age of 40, having your own app is going to be the milestone or marker of whether or not you're successful as a product. Because
And
if
ju-
you don't
and
have an
just have-
app, what the fuck are you even doing here as a professional?
And just having a strong social media brand and a strong digital brand,
Yeah,
putting
I
out
feel like
innovative and fun videos.
most of them will get there though. I feel like having a strong like media brand is something
Right.
that most of the places are going to catch on to eventually, but what I don't see them catching on to is how important that app is. Because I'll give you an example. My grandpa listened like the first time I was on the show with
Yeah, you were telling me that. Yeah,
and then now he listens to it because it's way better than the local sports he can pick up at home.
right.
And he can watch or listen to it rather wherever the fuck he is, and it means he doesn't have to. What did he say? It means I don't have to listen to Don from Duluth talk about bullshit.
Fucking Don from Duluth.
Yeah, because he
That
has
guy.
like a fucking like vendetta against like one of this guy that calls in, and he calls into the sports station and the political station. So my grandpa like can't get. My grandpa's got this secret grudge against this guy. It's one of the funniest things ever.
Just some random caller. He's not even a host.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
That's great.
Whoa,
Are you
it
still
goes.
there? Did I lose you?
Yeah, no, you lost me.
Okay.
You fucking
All right.
pious prick. Sorry, I would never hang up on you, Rami. I'd have to give you a chance to plug your radio stuff in front of me again.
I would never do that. I don't know what you're
Just
talking
really,
about.
just really hurts. I want you to know that. But you guys are filling the time and you're making it pretty interesting, even with no sports. Like that's pretty
Yeah, man.
impressive. That's
Well, the
something
thing
that
is-
like probably is just the cohesiveness of the crew.
The thing is, like from a sports standpoint, the NFL offseason is the NFL offseason. Nothing changed about that, and that's always a circus and a soap opera. So we've had that to talk about. And then every other day there's some crazy batshit idea that somebody throws out there to bring sports back, and we can talk and ridicule that and how stupid and uninformed these people are who are coming up with these batshit crazy ideas.
So what's the craziest one you've covered so far?
Jay Williams, the former NBA player, he wanted to put the Eastern Conference of the NBA on a cruise ship and the Western Conference on a cruise ship and build basketball courts aboard these cruise ships and have these guys play out the remainder of their season quarantined and playing basketball on a cruise ship.
I'll tell you what, I don't hate that. I would watch the shit out of that. Like,
Okay.
can you imagine
okay,
Could you imagine the first slam dunk that gets doinked because of a wave?
Just into the ocean?
Yeah, like,
All right.
dude, you can cross-check somebody. Is it a flagrant if they go in the water?
I don't know.
I'm into that. So I'm into that as long as the basketball court is exactly the width of the deck.
You know what? There was a worse idea than that. I'll give you a worse idea
Okay.
than that. The president of Red Bull F1 Racing said, you know what? These guys are all young, healthy men. Why don't we just get them all together and give them the coronavirus so by the time the season rolls around,
Yeah.
they'll be immune?
Well, here's something that I've been saying, and people don't like this at all, right? But like, at some point, shouldn't we all be mad that the NBA robbed us of LeBron James having a Corona game? Like, seriously. Like, Jordan had the flu game, and that'll go down in history as one of the greatest personal victories ever. Imagine if fucking LeBron James had COVID, and he had to go to the bench to get back on a ventilator, but still somehow put up 50 points.
I forgot who tweeted it, but when this whole thing started happening and they canceled the rest of the NBA season, somebody tweeted, Michael Jordan's flu game just seems irresponsible now.
Yeah,
this
no,
dude,
right?
This dude was
Not
just
wrong.
out there
Yeah.
giving everybody the flu.
But I'm just
and
saying, they didn't stop Jordan. They let him fucking do his shit, right?
He didn't care if he was spreading it or flattening the curve. He didn't give a fuck.
Look, he was there to win. You can't make an omelet without infecting a few grandmas, Rami.
No, I've said that my entire life, Corey.
I bet you haven't.
I live by that.
I would wager money that is a bold-faced lie.
And you would win.
I
You would
love
win that money.
love just calling out a bit as a lie and then watching people flounder.
You should do that at the next if stand-up comedy ever comes back. You should
All right,
do
look,
that.
asshole. Fuck you, first of all. If it ever comes, I mean, that's about it. Like, I mean, it's crazy to think that. I mean, they say May 4th, but like comedy clubs and bars aren't going to be open by then. I mean, I'd be shocked if we're back to normal by fall. Because like, I mean, once they reopen comedy or whatever, they're going to put like seating restrictions on it. And once you go down to like 80 people a show, places like House of Comedy can't make their money. So they're not going to do fucking comedy. They can't make any money. Why would they?
No, man. I feel so bad. I mean, we're joking about
Yeah,
it.
no,
but
I
feel
see
so
how bad you feel as you rub my fucking nose in it.
Look, comedians joke about everything and anything, all right?
You don't get to
Including the
use that as
collapse
an
and
excuse
death
to
of comedy.
persecute me, Rami. You just don't.
No, but like I don't know. I really don't know what will be, man. There's going to be a new norm, and I think comedy is going to be changed forever by this. I don't know what it's going to be,
right.
but I think it's going to be different for sure.
Well, and I mean, honestly, that's like one of the big motivations of why I started doing this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but clearly the game has changed. And if you don't try to evolve, you're just going to get left behind. Even if this ends up being like a floundering idea that I only do for, 2 months or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's still experience. It's still something working towards something else. But like, I know so many comics right now where this is all they do and they're sitting at home doing fucking nothing, man. Like, they're just sitting there because this is fucking scary. Our shit's gone. And there's no retail. There's no serving. Like, unless you want to fucking get a death sentence at a gas station, there's nowhere to work.
Right. No,
Because, like,
man.
gas stations are fucked up. They're like, you're like fucking, people can pull money out of their crotch and you're just expected to, like, rub it on your face and throw it in the till. It's a gas station. Get over it.
I was just talking about that the other day. We have hand sanitizer stations everywhere and disinfectant wipes except for the gas pump.
Right. The
Where
only place we need them.
Right, exactly.
Like, hey,
I was
this
shocked.
communal handle everybody's touching? It's fine.
It's fine, no problem. And then get in your car and grab the steering wheel and the gear shift and your door handle and then go into your apartment and touch everything else. It's crazy. I was shocked the other day because that was the first time I've stopped and filled gas since this whole thing started, and I figured for sure they would be following
Damn,
the
wait,
trend
how
that
much?
everybody
Jesus,
else.
dude, how much gas mileage you get? You've been going to work every day? Fuck, dude.
My work is like 2 miles away. Dude, it takes me less than 10 minutes to get there because nobody else is on the road. So, I had a full tank, and that was the first time.
Fuck you, man. I hate you. You're like, yeah, man, got a job. There's no traffic. Had to stop over and get rid of some of my disposable income.
Sorry, I really don't. I'm not trying to rub anything in. I'm not living that great a life. I'm blessed. I'm happy, but it's not.
It's
not a
weird how
rock
your
star
tone
baby.
is just saying better than most and looking at me at the same time. It's weird how you managed. Is that a ventriloquist trick? Because that hurts.
Have you done any of these like virtual open mics or virtual shows?
Yeah, I did one, but I think I'm just not going to.
It seems so awkward to me. I've seen a few of them, and it's just so weird to me.
I have this theory, right? And I think the people that are engaging more in those open mics, they're actually going to be less rusty. Like, they're going to be more rusty than less. Like, because they're basically getting used to changing how they deliver stand-up comedy, and then when it goes back to normal, they won't actually, like, it's weird because it's not helping under the guise of helping, is my suspicion. I did one of them, and it just felt like a bunch of people on a conference call coddling each other. And again, I'm not judging it. It's just not for me.
You did the benefit show at Acme, though.
I did. That was more, like, I was about to say way more different. That was that was different in the fact that it was live streamed in front of an actual audience that wasn't just a circle of friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because the open mics, for the most part, on the Zoom and on Instagram, it's a bunch of comics. So it's basically you're there trying to entertain the open micers. Whereas the thing with the Acme one was that was publicly broadcast on their station or on their YouTube station.
Right.
Channel, whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Yeah.
But so the end result was, you got a lot of different eyes of people that like comedy that weren't in the same friend group. So it's still, even though it was virtual, it still felt like a decent, like I would do a virtual week at a place like Acme, but I would not do these virtual mics where the only thing you're really doing is going up in front of your friends and not really trying on a fucking group chat.
Like from your apartment holding a hairbrush and pretending it's a microphone.
And it's that kind of stuff where we're like, it's mediocre jokes are met with, oh, really good job, thanks for coming type shit. And like, it's, and I'm not calling any one out. I've watched a bunch of them.
Right.
I've taken place in one, but I've watched a lot of them. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's for me. And it doesn't seem like it's grinding. It really seems to me like the people, and again, I'm not naming names or anything, but the people that I know to have a problem with focusing down and actually writing, this is almost like rewarding them for that. And they're going to take the exact wrong lesson going forward. So it's probably going to end up being detrimental to them as comics.
Because it's a different environment.
Correct. And like that's one of the reasons why I decided to do this instead, is that even though this is completely different, I know it's different in my head, and there's like a partition.
Right.
Like what I'm doing right now is closer to like radio than it is to stand-up comedy.
For sure. It's
not that I have a job, you piece of shit.
What's that?
I said, not that I have a job, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry.
Just cashing these sweet unemployment checks on Twitch. That reminds me, I think I'm going to try out my new chatbot dialogue, which is ! Venmo, and it tells people where to donate on my Venmo.
Really?
You've now enabled panhandling with your cruelty, Rami.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, no, you've done a bang-up job. You're such a lively caller, but I feel so much more down now that you've called.
That's what I'm here for.
So you're like, everything's fine though. It doesn't matter for you. You're gonna get to go to work because you're media. You'll get to go to work the entire time.
Yeah, somehow we are essential personnel. I don't entirely understand.
Yeah. Well, you know what's essential? People covering sports that aren't playing sports right now.
Yeah, I was legitimately worried that they would just consider us non-essential personnel, and I wouldn't be working right now, because if you think about it, how essential are we?
How, like, yeah, and you're fucking, that radio station already feels like a fortress anyways.
But we're taking lots of precautions. I'm literally working from a...
What? Did we lose him? I think we lost him.
production studio that...
Oh, there it goes. Hi.
Hello.
Cut out. Facebook killed us.
Hello.
Hi. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, no
It's going away. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. Tell people again where to find you.
ScoreNorth.com, 1500, and the Score North app.
I'll tell you guys where not to find Rami. On the stage of Sisyphus anytime soon.
Thanks for having me, Corey.
Even when we come back, this vendetta will live. I want you to know, things you have said here cannot be unsaid, my friend.
All right, no problem, Corey.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Bye. That is Rami Makloff. Good God, I can't even fucking talk. Makloff, buddy of mine. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. Is we're just having ourselves a blast, doing whatever the fuck we want. Let's what should we do now? Should we check in? How are you guys doing? I should punish him by making him watch soccer. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it is a punishment for some people, but I don't know. Soccer's all right. I don't care. How we doing, guys? How's the chat room? Looks like we're doing all right. Alex Jones was in here earlier. Wait, what? Is that true? Was Alex Jones in here earlier? Nope. Everybody's gone. Rusty Grammer left. He got mad. Did you guys chase off people? We're supposed to be friendly and growing this channel, guys. You can't just throw people out. I mean, I guess you can, but still, it's fucking weird, you know? All right. What do you guys... What should we talk about now? What the fuck just happened? I don't know what the fuck happened. Magic Cosmo here. We'll turn the alerts back on. There we go. Alert noises are back on. Oh shit, there's a hype train. You know what that means. We're going to have to call Johnny for this hype train. Keep it going. Keep this hype train going. Oh, that's rad. Hold on. We're going to do this perfectly here. Come on. I don't really know the rules, but keep it going, guys. Keep the train, whatever. Keep it going. Hold on. Yes. Yes. No. Damn it. Yes. All right. Loading that up. Let's get Johnny on the line here. Whoa, shit. Level 1. Here we go. Hype train. Choo choo. We're choo-chooing it up. That's crazy, right? Who the fuck knew? Who the fuck even knew? Not me, my friends. Here we go. Let's call Johnny.
Teenage suicide. Talk to it. Teenage suicide. She blew it. Teenage
What the fuck?
suicide. Talk to it. Teenage suicide. Drugs and alcohol don't mix. Your lily white is showing. You read the last rites from a credit card. You know my head's too soft and the light's too hard. Teenage suicide. Talk to it. Teenage suicide. She blew it.
What's up, dude?
What up, dude?
Not much.
Just so you
Hanging
know,
out with
there's
my
a hype
daughter right
train.
before she goes
You're
to
in a
bed
hype
while her
train.
mother gets things ready. So that's why there's a tiny little person yelling in the background.
Oh, well, we're in a hype train. Does that make you feel better?
Yes, that's awesome. Sweet hype train.
I don't know what that is, but you know, we level
A
1
hype
complete.
train is
We completed level 1.
it unlocks emotes and other fun things for viewers and subscribers of your channel. There's a variety of ways you can donate to keep the hype train going and extend to other levels. Bits do nicely at first, especially, but subscriptions do considerably more. Please, inside voices, baby. Although they do have a hype train, that's worthy. Pretty cool. But yeah, so subscriptions will extend the hype train even further. You can extend your subscription; that will also count towards it. So people who want to subscribe to your channel can kind of pay it in advance, and then they help throw that hype train for it.
That's awesome, dude. And everybody's throwing down. It's fucking. We're already into level 2.
Nice. That'll be
We're
new emotes
getting to level
and
2. I
perks
can't tell.
for
I don't know how this works.
subscribers.
What?
Every level you clear counts as one you succeeded. So if you go from level 1 and you don't finish level 2, then you completed level 1.
Okay.
So it's an all or nothing. You get 100% or none, I guess. They don't grade
Oh,
on a
weird.
curve.
So it's like fucking Kickstarter. Hit your goal or don't
Yeah,
go at
kind
all.
of. Yeah.
How are you doing, buddy? You feeling a little bit better?
I'm feeling fine. Like I'm
Your,
bummed that I had
your
to cancel
video
thing next
release
Saturday.
was very, very. I don't know. It like had this weird melancholy "fuck you" tone to it. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I
Also,
well, 'cause that's
also
kind of
before
how I
we
feel.
jump into any of this, right? I didn't
Yeah.
realize you were such a Diablo 3 fan.
Oh God, yeah, dude. I played it on PC for a while, and then my computer died, and I still have it. I have it on Xbox and everything.
I played
I am
so
a
much
huge
Diablo
Diablo.
3 when it came out, but Diablo 2 might be one of my favorite games of all time.
Well, here's the thing. My buddy got me into Diablo 2, but he was such a freaking speedrunning chode that I completely hated it. And I was like, Diablo sucks. It's a dumb game, dumb people, whatever. And then I got into 3 on the PC just
'Cause your
because I'm
buddy
huge
was a
World of
chode?
Warcraft and- Yes, because he was a chode.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Because he got me into the game, he got it, and I got it in a battle chest thing or whatever. This is back while I was waiting for World of Warcraft expansions and shit, and so
and it was before 3 was gonna come out. And he's like, if you're gonna play 3, you gotta play 2. You gotta see where it came from.
Dude, your
And so it's
story is up in it, man. We're 59% of the hype train, and there's 2 minutes left.
Sweet. All right, so we'll keep going with this crazy shit.
I don't know why,
so
but
what
they're really
happened-
loving your Diablo tales.
Oh, dude, if you love that, there
Oh
are
shit!
videos
Magic
you can
Cosmo just
find.
did 1,000. We did it. We made it.
There we go.
Now we're
Hype
on
train
level 3.
2. Clear the shit. So yeah, I was huge into World of Warcraft.
Hold on. Mikey Two Milks demands you say hello to him.
Hello, Mikey. What's up, bro? Saw you on my little melancholy video earlier. Good to see you supporting stuff and things. But yeah, so the weird thing is my buddy had gotten me into Diablo 2 because of Diablo 3 coming out, and I was
Mhm.
gonna get it because of a whole thing with being into Blizzard's Battle Pass shit. So he's like, you gotta try 2. And the first time I played 2, I got sick of it because I was running around with him for like 2 hours and I kept dying because he's using high-level characters and he's like speedrunning stuff and he's running through story, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to see what this is about. No, screw it, let's just run to the end real quick. And it's like, yeah, but I'm level 1 and you're level fucking 50 or whatever, so I'm getting my ass kicked all over the place. And then when you die, you had because 2 was hardcore. When you died, you had to race back to your body to hope to get your stuff and shit.
That's what I like the most. I love that just mad dash to try to get your shit back, because if it died there, you were dead. And then the moment you got your shit, you're like, portal, portal, portal.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that, but then I'm running around with somebody who's literally setting me up to get my ass fucked every 5 feet, so screw that.
Yeah, that's
But no, I got into 2 a lot more. I got into 2 a lot more when I played it on my own terms. And then
Yeah, Diablo 2 is just like, I mean, I remember I had every single god set for every single class. Like, I mean, and the expansion too. Like, I had the druid and the whoever the fuck the other one, necromancer, was that the other add-on? I forget. I know druid was one. But yeah, I played the shit out of the game. I loved the 3 until they got rid of the marketplace. I hated it then because there was no way to like give like. In Diablo 2, if me and my buddy were playing and I found a dope-ass sword that he could use and I wasn't a barbarian and he was, I could just give him the sword. But then in Diablo 3, everything became like bind on account and go to the market, and it just became dumb.
Yeah.
Cecil Severed Hand calls you Johnny Quarantined.
Johnny Quarantine, nice. Well, yeah, I am no longer self-quarantining because I am not, nor ever was I, nor was I concerned about being sick. Oh, that whole thing was dumb. But anyways, yeah. Diablo 3 really was like a big game for me for a while, so Diablo 2 is fun. I liked that one, but
Somebody said that was because of dupes.
dupes? Oh, dupes were fun.
You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this fucking bot. This bot keeps like hitting people for spam, and they're not even spamming. We're gonna fucking hold on. We're gonna get to the end of this. Fuck this. Disable. Done. It's all good now. Everything's disabled. No moderating anything, I think. Feels good, right? Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at how weird that looks. There we go. Hi.
Freedom.
Yeah,
We're
We're
free.
back. Tovar says, doesn't anybody play Grand Theft Auto anymore?
Oh, dude. I
Mikey
just
says to
got
add him
Grand-
on Xbox. Hate Haji? Jesus. Is that really your name? That's fucked. Yeah, Diablo 3 is okay. Like, Diablo 3 was real good when it first came out, but then they did this thing where Blizzard decides how you should be playing a game, and then they just keep editing it until you can only play the game that way or you can't win. Pretty fucking weird, right? Did we lose Johnny? I feel like we lost him. Hello? That's because I reset it all. Boom. There we go.
That was really, really weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it happened. Here we are. We're okay now.
Yeah, we're good. But yeah,
We
Blizzard does
hype
have a
train.
lot
We're at
of
level
shit that's
5
right
right
up-
now.
Nice, level 5 on the hype train.
I like how
Right, it's
excited about the
just-
hype train you get.
It's a fun thing. Like the fact that you unlock stuff, it means people are having fun with it, and everyone that contributes gets things out of it. I kind of really like it, and especially
We're
since
89% through level 5 right now. What's the highest you've seen it go?
We've gotten up to 5 before. The thing is, every time you get one going, it gets like a little bit harder each time to get to that level before. So, like we've ground it out, and especially right now, like we've ground it out to the point where I don't really think we're gonna get above 2 or 3 unless things really turn around and people want to start throwing crap tons of subs and stuff at it. And I don't blame anybody for not doing
We
it
just
right now.
completed
Shit's
level 5.
Hell yeah! We did that a long time ago and haven't really done it since. So congrats, you are quite successful at this hype train, sir.
I didn't
And
realize
should
that it
be
was
a
something to be
shit ton of
successful about. That's crazy.
Well, it's.
Wait, hold on. Cecil says I need firecrackers. Like what? Like this? Oh, it's so. God damn it! I gotta figure that out. I looped. Hold on, Johnny. Don't say anything. I gotta turn the volume way up for this. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, you can talk. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I made a bunch of audio waves, and the firecracker one isn't the right level.
Ugh. Yeah, I might honestly just find a way if I get that.
We're 151% through, and so 5 is the final level.
I don't know if 5's the final level. I think it can go up to 6.
It says final level. Keep the hype train going until the
well,
clock
that's the
runs
final
out.
level. Then yeah, that's the final level. That's crazy.
I did
I
use
don't know that
I
we've ever
did use Audacity. I thought the levels were fine, but they weren't. I fucked up.
Well, that's always good when tech has to be.
I'm sorry your app is being a bitch, Cosmo. That sucks. Yeah, I put a bunch of sound effects on, but the firecracker one didn't do it.
Oh well. It's always fun when they're lighting them off under your feet, though.
I did get the goofy Yahooey though.
There you
It's just like one of my favorite sounds ever because it's like the old canned Disney like everybody falling noise.
Yeah, I wish I had like some sort of device I could wear that would just make that noise every time I fall. That'd be awesome. Because everyone's gonna look at me uncomfortable anyways. It might as well be funny.
Yeah, I
But
mean that's
yeah,
fair. So how are you feeling about announcing like now it's official? You've announced that your show's dead. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's dead. I'm glad that like people, because I've been getting it from both sides. People are like, you're starting the revolution. You're standing up for what I believe in. I'm like, I'm saying I want to go out, and I think people should, and that's what I'm doing. And everyone, oh, you're fighting for us. I'm like, not really. I'm just doing this. And then other people are like, you're putting us all in danger. Like, my parents literally got a hold of me, and my mom's sitting there saying, your sister just had a daughter.
We just completed level 5. Thank you guys so much. Woo! That's super awesome. We had 9 subs and 8,000 bits. Thank you guys so much. That's super rad.
You guys are awesome. And like I said, dude, I don't know that we've completed a 5. I know we've gotten through 4, but I don't know that we've gotten through 5.
Mikey says Aaron has not gotten to a level 5 hype train.
Yeah,
but like with their numbers, they would have to get a lot more stuff to get it, because it's levied against what they are. So like if all those donations and bits were on the Steel Toe channel, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
but that's still fucking awesome. Thank you guys all for the support. Bly Dog, King of Clubs, Brain Dead, all you guys, super rad. Thank you. That was super fun. I don't know much about the hype train, but it's super fun. And now everybody's showing off their new weird emotes.
Yep. And then the emotes are automatic right now, but that also means you'll be able to edit them and put in more emotes of your own. Then the leader of the hype train unlocks us, like the person who puts in the most.
You've done a lot of research on this. Like, do you own stock in Twitch or something?
No, I've just been doing this so much, I figure I might as well know what the hell's going on. So I'm doing this show with Aaron every Wednesday, so I figured I should know what's happening.
Till he dumps you for his 12-year-old.
I don't know if he'll dump me for her. I hope not. Like,
I just want you to feel real insecure.
I do.
I do.
She has a much bigger dick than I do, which makes it weird for all of us. And her tits are nicer than mine, so I can't win. And I gotta feel like I have somewhere that I dominate. I don't. But whatever. I don't know. I don't think he'll dump me for that. I would hope not.
I don't think so either. I was fucking with you, man.
maybe he'll give her one of Oz's days, and then she'll just have that.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I really do.
I don't know. He said something about giving me Oz's Wednesday today. I thought he was joking, so maybe Oz doesn't want to do Wednesdays anymore. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, you've also been killing it as of late.
Yeah, but that's mostly just because I'm there.
No, I
it's
think
like,
that
oh
you
no, we
have.
need some.
I think you have an extra element of anger and frustration because of all this bullshit, and I think it's making you edgier and more like you're harnessing your inner angst better, so it's making you funnier.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's high praise from you, sir. But the biggest thing for me with all of this is just that I have, like, I keep telling people, I've lived through this crap before, and I know, like, full well that at the end of the day, if you're someone who has medical risks where something like this COVID virus is something for you to be serious about, that's not a surprise. You know who you are, and I don't think it's not that it's not serious. I don't think I think we overreacted in a lot of ways, and a one size fits all solution isn't appropriate, and that's all I've been saying from the start. And I'm like, if you want to protect yourself or protect your family, go for it. But like, also at the same rate, the rest of us should have the right to get out and do it because this thing isn't really that dangerous for a lot of people. And I'm also a huge proponent, and I don't think a lot of people agree with me on this, but I kind of really side with Thanos on this. There's way too many people, man. We got to thin the herd a bit. So like,
Of course,
everyone's like,
of course,
oh,
the
people
guy
are
that's
gonna die.
terminally ill thinks there's too many people. Shut up.
Dude, I'm one of the people that's probably gonna go. So I don't know. I also think abortion should be something we endorse more. Cause like, get this, I seriously think my family's life would be better if my mom could have, pulled the plug on me a couple months in. It wouldn't be awesome for me, but it'd be better for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it'd be better. Be a hell of a lot better for my daughter. But no. So wherever her father is.
I disagree. I think you're just being hard on yourself.
At any rate, it's still just I don't.
They're mocking the setup at the channel right now. Like somebody goes, Oz is having TeamSpeak issues. He said, and then immediately the Steel Toe Show still uses Windows 7.
Yeah, it does. That's sad. My computer that's dead has a better operating system than theirs that's working.
It's pretty funny. Weird. And it's really funny how, like, Aaron was getting mad at me when I first, like, came in. He's like, your mic, this is why it says that. And then, like, Oz has those issues. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, my shit works fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, TeamSpeak is not, like, yes, people still use TeamSpeak. I don't know why either, but it happens. But it's way more, it's way more reliable than fucking Facebook. Like, this Facebook audio that I use is absolute trash. But trying to get comics or anybody else on board with, hey man, download this app and talk here versus I'll just call you, it's the way to go.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I just need to get a computer because I don't have a problem with any of that because I used to use TeamSpeak and Ventrilo for all of my online gaming crap. So we were actually
talking about Ventrilo. Dave brought it up earlier today. We were talking about it on this channel. So
nice.
Ventrilo has had not one but 2 mentions today.
Sweet.
Pretty great to think about, right?
Yeah, they should start kicking you some of that sweet ad revenue.
Oh yeah.
Since you're doing all the groundwork for them, getting their name out to the masses. Your tens of viewers.
Right? I'm sure. Hey, I'll have you know I have 30 viewers right now. Okay.
There you go.
And with the latency issues I have, it's probably closer to 27.
There's some people that are counting twice.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah. You take the numbers. That's what you do.
Yeah.
It's all about.
I agree. So you're okay with the show being canceled, or you're not? I mean,
no,
what like?
Not okay with the show being canceled, but I'm glad that at least it's done with. So now I can be like, it's canceled, it's done. Because there's some people like, is it happening? Is it not happening? Because through everything that happened with the person that was originally helping to set it up with me, not really doing anything for the first couple days, and then
you keep really vaguely speaking about this like weird third party. Like, were you influenced by the devil, or like what? Because you're like,
no, I wasn't influenced. I started this thing all on my own, and this third party, who I'm not mentioning because I'm not out to badmouth anybody, is simply saying they were gonna set that up. They were gonna go between me and the venue, so to speak, the property owner, I guess is the way to call that. And it just, that never happened. That person never did. And I'm not trying to badmouth that person, which is why I'm not naming them. I'm simply saying that stalled me out. And then I
Sure.
started on Wednesday going, oh, well, I'm going to take over. So I started announcing everyone like, hey, it's going to get postponed. I'm going to talk about it tonight on the evening show. And then on the evening show, I didn't get around to it. And the evening show just got off the rails and then ended.
Wait.
before I
You
could ever
mean
bring it up.
the show where Aaron is dry humping his girlfriend drunk went off the rails?
Yeah. I can't believe that happened.
That doesn't sound like that show at all.
No. Never. It's always so professional on there. That's why I was like, I'll mention it on here, because if I can rely on anything, it's the Steel Toe Evening Show. And so when we threw it out there, it didn't really get a chance to do it. So everyone's like, what's happening? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about this. And then, like I said, this morning, Aaron was saying, oh, well, Johnny's planning to do this thing. And I was like, oh, well, I got the kids, so I'm not going to be there, and you're not going to go. And Corey told him something, but Corey's just, I'm just telling him something to kind of just non-committal, so we'll see kind of thing. So
well, what I said was I didn't really give you an answer because you didn't really have any details.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is unfair.
No, that's not. But here's the thing. Like I said, when he said all that on the air, then he followed it up with saying, "Oh, and Johnny he read the text I sent him, which was a little garbled about my friend having bumped into somebody with COVID, and so she's being tested, and I'm self-quarantining just as a precaution, but it's an overly protective precaution, and everything's fine." And then he read that on air, so it's a game of telephone, and all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, Johnny's got COVID," and this, that, and the other. And so the people that didn't want me to do it are like, if you know you're sick, you shouldn't be throwing a comedy show. And then the guy that owns the property is just like, hey, man, we can do this if you want. But, I don't think anyone's going to show at this point with everything that's been with just everything that's out there. So, and to throw it, like, just so everyone knows, just to throw this thing, I was already planning to spend like $300.
Well, yeah, that's what you told me, that like I didn't realize when you first told me about it, I literally said, yeah, we'll see, because you didn't have any details for me. You're like, hey, are you interested in doing this and that? I go, yeah, we'll see. Like, because for me, it's like, show me what it is on paper, and then I'll agree or I won't,
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too. Like, the reason I didn't give you details initially is, like, I was making sure we knew what date was going on.
Right. No, and that's fine, but it's like, it's crazy when you're telling me, like, you were setting up porta potties and shit. Like, that's fucking nuts.
Well, I wasn't setting them up. It's just that's what we were going to have to do.
Yes, we all know you weren't physically setting up a porta potty. Shut up, Crutches.
I was dragging them out there myself, man.
Shit's so big, I had to drag it out.
But yeah, it was something I was going to have to set up if we were going to do it, and I was going to follow those rules. Like I said, I was looking at burning down all those problems and setting up this show, but then literally the guy whose place I'm doing it is like, we can if you want. I'm still willing to do it, but I'm telling you right now, nobody's going to show, and you're just going to throw away your money.
Seems weird that he's all like, no, I was going to support you, but now I really think that this is a bad idea. That seems real weird to me.
Well, like I said, he's still willing to do it if I actually wanted to go.
Yeah, but he's also not putting up his own money on the line.
Yeah, but then, I don't know, like, I told you when I said it, it was going to be like a, people donate tips, like free market comedy style, so I don't know that he'd be making any of that, because I don't know that he was going to perform. I think, I don't know. The whole thing was, apparently it was all a big gag, and I was the only one who took any of it seriously.
Yeah, that's gotta fuck with you, though, because, my whole thing is, and I don't know anything about this situation, but, it seemed like 2 weeks ago when you first brought it up, Aaron was super into it. And then it turned, and now he's super against it. And I was just laughing on Thursday when he's talking about how against it is, because in my head I'm like, wasn't this your idea? Because it felt like he had come up with the idea with you, you know what I mean? And then it's just this about face, and it's like I don't know, it feels like somebody's getting to someone type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to him. They fucking got to him.
They got to him. They said, "Look, man, we'll take away." Someone's a plant and snuck into his. No. Yeah, it was.
Mikey Two Milk says, "I support you, Jonathan."
That'd be cool if my name was actually Jonathan.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Doima says Doima says Walls got to him.
Walls got to him. That's it.
He also says he loves the idea of Johnny having a Gollum Smeagol conversation in his head.
That would be fun.
Severed Head says Matt's garage setup works better than the station. No, you're not wrong. It's the other voice in his head. He's just talking third person. So every time he says this other guy, it's just you, Johnny. You're to blame for your own misery right now.
Yeah, it was me and myself and I that were planning all of it. No, the third person, like I said, is not someone I'm trying to burn or throw under the bus. It's just literally a fact that third person was like, hey, let me set this up and we'll do this. And I'm like, okay, you sure? You need it? And I repeatedly asked him,
hold on. But like, here's the thing. You don't have to reveal or say anything, right? But I'm just going to put some air horns behind you. Just give a real heartfelt fuck you to whoever did this.
Fuck you, man. Okay.
There you go.
That's pretty much.
How's that feel? That felt pretty good, right? I mean, it's not like professional therapy, but I'm also not charging you.
Yeah. You can't argue for the price. It's still a deal.
Yeah.
It's just the way.
Well, and I just I don't know. For me, it just sucks because I don't know. I didn't want you to feel like I was wishy-washy on it or anything. My whole thing is I didn't know what was happening. So until I get told dates and times and everything, I just as a practice, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, and then because the way you messaged me was super vague about it too. You're like, hey man, you want to do this like super secret farm thing on this thing? It's like, is he like, are we gonna go somewhere and like sacrifice a toddler or like?
Just get the van and come to a secondary location.
Yeah, did he finally snap and this is how we open the seventh seal?
It turns out he's just been killing people this whole time.
That would be, if you could walk and you're actually killing people, this would be the best sequel to Unusual Suspects ever.
He was Kaiser Soze.
That's right.
Bitch.
Crutches Soze. Crutches Soze. Crutches Soze. There's your new nickname, man. We got it. We nailed it. I'm gonna have to put in a script on you for Crutches here. I got all the running gags here. Fucking have all the different I've got a spy bot in there, a night bot it's called, and it's like a chat bot, just interacts with certain things.
Nice. Sweet.
I think there's like some kind of fight. Mikey Two Milk says, does anybody else think it's funny how he definitively defended his minivan, but now he's a girl who wears camp? What? Now he's fucking a girl who wears camo, so he has to buy a truck. LOL fucking tool. That's pretty great. People are just loading. A lot of Aaron angst tonight, man. People are mad at him.
Apparently. I don't know, man. That's whatever.
I'm not mad at him. I don't give a shit. I just think it's weird. People are cranky.
People are cranky.
Are you? Did you then after you did your fucking thing? Did you get nice and fucking rocked?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm still working on that right now.
Yeah. I gotta assume that's an emotional roller coaster because even though you knew you were announcing it was dead, it didn't feel like it was dead till you did it. Because it really had this weird resignation speech tinge to it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. This is the part that pisses me off. I was throwing my first comedy show ever, and that got canceled 2 days before it was going to start, or 2 days before it was going to happen because of this COVID BS. And then, so I was just I've been angsty to do a comedy show just because literally I was so excited to finally do my own one and take another step towards being a real legit, professional and not just a open micer who's got a horseshoe planted in his rectum. So.
Wait, is that accurate or is that a simile?
That's a simile.
We're gonna need to see your butthole to verify that.
Well, you're gonna have to pay extra for that.
No, this isn't. We're not paying. We're trying to figure out whether or not you're telling the truth. I mean, hey man, if you don't want it, that's fine. But your rectal honesty's reputation is on the line right now. I don't want to brag or get you mad, but a lot of people have been talking a lot of lies about your rectum.
Yeah, they're saying you sat on a horse. All right, no, I consider myself extremely lucky though, to get where I'm at. I got slingshot faster than a lot of people get going in a lot of this stuff because of I got fortunate to get on the show with you and Adrian and Aaron, and So like being around more talented people, I firmly believe is always a way to step yourself up. Is get be around the people who are better than you, and you'll either get to their level or learn you can't hack it. And so that was really, really lucky for me to get where I am with this, and that's a platform for me to launch my own stuff. And so I'm very, very fortunate with all that. But it was kind of like, oh crap, I just started doing this, just started getting out, and it's all kind of coming together, and now blue, I got to sit on it. So I don't know why anyone would think that I was just funning and that was just, oh, we're all just playing around and we all get it. It's like, oh, Johnny's running like going, like we're going with this, and he's running with it. Like, oh, we're starting a fire, and he's like, I got 5 gallons of gasoline. I'm gonna douse it all.
Yeah,
over."
because you were
Yeah,
fucking
why
excited.
wouldn't you? Because
Like,
I'm
that
ready
makes
to
that
do
makes
this
sense.
stuff.
Like you're fucking. It's like waving a fucking steak in front of a dog and then being surprised when it eats. Oh wow, he's really eating that steak.
Oh, look at that poor bastard. He only hasn't had any food for a week. I mean, oh, look at me. I'm hungry. Back off me. I'm starving. Just, oh. Yeah.
Keep doing that. I like that voice.
That poor Chris Farley impression.
Was that what that was? I
Yeah,
thought
that was really
I thought you were going for the bug alien from Men in Black. Water.
Maybe. I can't. I'm wearing headphones, so I can't actually hear myself, so my voice goes
Somehow the conversation got into kink shaming. Apparently I'm kink shaming you. Oh, about the horseshoe. I got it.
It's not kink shaming unless you're talking bad about.
I was telling Corey not to
devotees.
kink shame Johnny. If he wants to put a horseshoe up his ass, that's his and his horse's business.
My horse is into a lot of kinky shit, and he's a pretty high horse, but that's because he's got glaucoma.
You know what my horse's safe word is?
What's that?
Nay.
Mine is Wilbur. He almost never says it.
What is it?
I said mine is Wilbur. He
My
almost never
safe
says
word with the animals is any word in English. I've never had him use it.
Oh God, I wish edibles worked for me.
Yeah.
I tried one the other day.
Wait, what?
My friend gave me a legit 50 milligram edible.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought you said I wish animals worked for me.
Oh, whoa.
And then immediately you were like,
shit.
I tried one the other day and it didn't do nothing. And I was like, whoa, talk about bearing the lead in an animal.
I went down to PetSmart and I'm like, all right, I need 1 tube and as many gerbils as I can stuff in it. Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
It's called PetSmart, but those gerbils kept going in my ass. How smart could they be?
And everyone's like, oh, what about the gerbils? What about their well-being? They could have turned around.
Yeah, they chose this life.
It's not my fault. They're just easily lured by peanut butter.
Who isn't, though, to be fair?
I mean, extra chunky, Jay. But it's sad that I lost the show thing, and I was bummed about it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure in another couple weeks, people are going to be ready to do something like that pretty soon because they're just going to be like, you know what, screw this business.
Well, yeah, and they're going to get sick of it. Like, I mean, I don't know. You're hitting on all this shit that everybody already knows. And, I don't know, this idea that, you're to blame or not to blame for having a show or not having a show is fucking utter ridiculousness.
Yeah, and then I'm just glad at least now some of the drama crap can end because, like I said, my parents were literally giving me I still don't know how this matters, but my mom was literally not screaming, but just kind of angrily texting me, just, your sister's in Florida, and there's a case every 27 seconds, and she just had a daughter.
You should have texted her
Think
back.
about
I guess
her."
we're not doing the show in Florida.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. This was when it all first started. Because I didn't know what this venue was. You know, the guy got a hold of me, and I know the guy who owned the property, and so I knew he was legit and everything. He's like, I got a place you can use, and I said, oh, okay, well, what is it? And before I knew what it was, I was telling people, oh, I'm going to do this, and I was looking into how serious it was. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to risk running a $1,000 fine and up to 90 days in jail. And I literally, the whole fight with my parents was because I texted them, I'm like, hey, I only live 5 minutes from you and we never see each other, but I'm about to get myself arrested, so why don't you come over and visit me and your granddaughter, and we'll hang out for an afternoon. And then they're like, oh, well, what's going on? I'm like, oh, you didn't hear the show? I'm going to throw a comedy show. And then they lost their crap. Not about me going out and having a comedy show, not about me possibly getting myself arrested, but about me somehow putting my sister and her family in Florida in danger. I was like,
By
wait a
telling
minute,
dick
what?
jokes.
By telling dick jokes in Midwest Minnesota. Apparently,
How does
going
that? Yeah.
out.
How
if
does that
I
even?
do
How
this-
does that even work? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Apparently, it was foretold that if the cripple goes out amidst the plague, it shall release the last seal and the apocalypse can begin. I don't fucking know anymore. I, I, my parents are the people that I feel like get way too worried about this stuff. That watch all, they're the ones who text and link that stuff. Like someone who was 18 recently died from coronavirus. It's serious. It affects everyone. Blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, he was 18, and it turns out he was also, extremely obese and had diabetes, and he caught this, and it's sad, but he kind of put himself in a bad spot to begin with. Like I don't know. They just buy into all that bullshit. So that was part of the reason I was doing this is because I was like, look, people, you can sit there and say this is serious and I'm scared, or you can go out and do stuff. You can live your life, but you can't sit there and say I'm gonna sit in here and not live my life, and neither can you,
Right.
because that is the answer.
Hey, jokes on you. Apparently they can.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like this is the
Jokes
thing.
on you,
I-
motherfucker. Jokes on you.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but we're all still buying shit at the grocery store. We're still so this whole we're social distancing, that's saving us. It's like not really. It's just making where you're gonna get infected from a little bit more likely. Like this thing lives long enough on enough surfaces that the only way you are not getting sick is if you're living in your house and the doors are sealed and you're not going out, you're never getting anything sent to your house or ordering anything. If you're getting fast food, if you're going to Walmart, if you're buying gas, I don't care if you're wearing a mask or not, you're putting yourself in the petri dish and you're running your risk. It's the way it is.
Well, there's no way to not
So-
run a risk is the thing. And here's, I don't know, man, I hate people who are acting like anybody has the information, because we don't. All the numbers are changing from everywhere. All the peak times, all this stuff. The only real thing we know is that we do not have all the information on this. And so for any side involved to be like, this is what's happening for sure, that's weird to me.
And that's the thing. I'm not saying that this is what's I'm not saying it's not a threat. I'm simply saying that I firmly believe if you don't want to sit in your home and just sit there and do all the things that we're doing for social distance, I don't think you should have to. I don't think that's the thing, and I'm saying that
I think it's an interesting argument about self rights versus communal rights.
Yeah,
I think there should be a way that you could just sign your way out of being part of society. Then I guess Tovar said there's no way to avoid risk, but there definitely are ways to mitigate. Not really. I mean, you can say that all you want, Tovar, but look at all the health professionals. Fucking how many times have we been told, 6 feet, and now they're saying it's 24 feet? Or how many times have we been told to wear a mask and then not wear a mask and then wear a mask again? They don't know what they're doing, and mitigating may or may not, it could help, and it probably will, but the reality is they have no idea what the fuck is happening right now.
Well, and that's the thing too. I have a sister, and the person who I hung out with on Tuesday when I went out to see her and her family, because she has twin boys that she's my best friend. So I was like, I'm gonna go see her and her twin boys and stuff. And so when I went out there to do all that and see her, she was even telling me this this is a very serious disease, and for some people, and was telling me that for people like me, once again, you should be careful.
But that's the
then
thing
again,
is
that's what
why are
always
they
tell you.
feeling like they're entitled to tell you how to worry about you? It seems like it's weird, because the virtue signal of somebody that's not you could get hurt is already kind of weird. But then to be like, oh, and by the way, we're actually worried about you fucking with you, so you don't get to be you.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing. That's the other reason why I felt like I should have done the comedy show thing, was because I literally was hoping to get in trouble. I wanted someone to I wanted people to try and arrest me or whatever, so I could be like, look, man, I'm one of the at-risk people, and I'm sitting here saying we should be allowed to take the risk. And like sitting there going, "Oh, well, think about the whole family you're killing." And it's just like, yeah, but think about the small business you're killing. That affects a family. And like, here's another thing too. I'm a big proponent of people with mental illness and things being able to get like help and resources, and those things are not widely available. Some people can't or won't, Skype with their therapist or whatever you have to do now, and you can't gather in groups and stuff. So there are a lot of people who this shut-in order affects them just by being there, and somehow it's okay to be like, oh, if you think people should have the right to make their own decision, you somehow want your neighbor dead.
Well,
But if you
that's
think
always
everyone should
kind
be
of
locked
been
in
the
your
thing,
house,
though.
you don't want that suicidal guy to take his own life.
Right, and that's kind of been
the
the
same
thing with a lot of this stuff, is that it's always, and I've got another thing here where we're going to talk about Bernie, just for the people that are mad or upset that he lost. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but like it's interesting when your big argument is like protecting people from themselves, because that becomes a very weird circular motion. And if you're saying, oh, you don't want people to die, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, here's the other thing too. They're juicing the numbers. Like, our government is throwing deaths that are not in COVID, and they're still underperforming the numbers they said they were going to do.
And that's another reason why I wanted to do this stuff, is because it's not like, I'm sorry, but like, we're supposed to believe what the government says we need to do with social distancing and how scary this is, and then they literally treat us like such idiots that they go on TV and say, hey, by the way, one of the advantages is we put a checkbox on our sheet, so there's other countries where people die of heart disease or kidney failure, and those deaths get marked as heart disease and kidney failure, whereas here those people die of heart disease and kidney failure, but they also had COVID, so we mark it as COVID-19. And it's like, yeah, but you realize that's not how that should work. Like, it's not how that works. Like, I have multiple sclerosis, and if I
you have
suddenly
what?
multiple sclerosis, oh, shit! The MS, the fun disease we all know I have. And if I die like because of my respiratory or pulmonary functions,
you could die because of respiratory functions even without COVID?
Yeah.
You are fake news.
Believe it or not.
That's fucking crazy.
My respiratory or pulmonary functions, if I have another serious relapse, could be the next thing that craps out on me.
Relapse into what?
I have relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, which means it goes through phases where it's active and dormant and active and dormant.
I've never heard of that. Is that a heroin strain, or what is that?
No, it's
it's PCP.
No, relapsing remitting just means it turns on and it turns off. Oh, okay. Some people, I don't know. You're not a doctor, Corey.
You don't know what I am.
Or maybe you are.
Turn your head and cough. I have a degree.
And I've got $50.
Tovar goes, the most Corey will ever admit you're anything is probably will. No, that's not true at all. So that feels like a win for me. Oh, okay. So hyperbole feels like a win for you. That's sad. I pity you, Tovar. Cecil, people are idiots. They're all going to have Easter parties and the shit is going to blow up. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the numbers after Easter, especially with Doima shared it. Those I got the blood of Jesus protecting me. It's like, that's not how viruses work. It'd be really funny if they had some blood that they were putting on as a protective layer and that blood was infected. That would crack me up.
That would be hilarious.
Let's see here. Tovar says, also, Johnny seems pretty non-caring about the people you may get sick if he's asymptomatic. I get he feels he should be able to get out if he wants to, but he sort of sounds like an anti-vaxxer.
No, I actually have gone through some pretty extensive medical procedures. I get treated with a variety of drugs for my multiple sclerosis. So
Tovar says the government wants us to go back to work as soon as possible. Scientists want it to flatten the curve. You don't know that, though. Here's something that you can't really say. You don't know what the government wants. For all you know, these are precursor actions that they're going to use to carry martial law forward as they wage a new war or a new policy thing. For all we know, they're building stuff while we're all locked inside. You can't speak for what they're actually getting out of this, so you don't really know what they want. They are ordering it. That's true, but you don't know why.
Yeah, I have no idea why they're doing it, and I just simply, like I said, I'm not even saying that the COVID stuff isn't a risk. I'm simply saying that the lengths to which we're going
Mikey
are
Two Milk
excessive.
says, I thought Johnny's MS stood for miniature sick. Or sack, miniature sack. I think it's funny
God,
as miniature sick.
Miniature sick.
You're not. You don't have MS. You're just miniature sick.
I'm just miniature sick. Whenever I see little people around, I start sneezing and just.
We need the
I
blood
hold
of
my
Jesus.
daughter and
That's
I
right.
just want to.
Johnny loves drugs. Don't share drugs, Johnny. Everybody's talking about your drugs. Aaron says, so this is a global conspiracy? No, it's not a global conspiracy. Like, you don't have to have a conspiracy for your government to see a point where it can overreach and then fuck you. There's a very long history of many countries of governments doing that. It's very common.
Yeah, for a variety of reasons. But yeah, this whole thing, like, I don't think it's like a government takeover or whatever. I think literally they saw an opportunity to lock us down because of this stuff happening, and whether they meant it for our benefit or just to see how far they could get with it. I think by just blindly going with it and being willing to rat on your neighbor and all that stuff.
Oh, I know. The narc line is the craziest shit ever.
And then, like I said, I just, as things kept going with this and the more stuff develops, I just get more and more uncomfortable with it. The fact that Walls is comfortable going on TV being like, well, everybody, I want to, like, coming on like Dad giving us the report card. Like, oh, I wanted to say, I'm really proud of how everyone did. We've been looking at the data, crunching the numbers. Turns out you're all pretty much staying in your homes. Like, oh, good. Did you listen to my conversations, too, while you were at it? Like, did you hack up my phone camera to see if maybe I was having the wrong
I just think it's weird to have
like,
people spying out the window like, hey, let me call the government. It looks like these people are using the rights they're granted. And here's the other thing. I'm so sick of listening to people like really fall in line for this. Like, they haven't even ordered the martial law and we're just puppets. We're already indoors. Like, if you go outdoors and you get a ticket, you can take that to court and it will most likely get dismissed because what they're doing is not constitutional. They haven't ordered it. They haven't ordered the lockdown. They spoke and they added guidelines, but I didn't see anything signed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll have to look. But, like, I know Trump has not signed anything federal, and I'm pretty sure Walls did not sign anything when we did the stay in shelter. They just said, this is what we're going to do. And then the peer pressure of passive-aggressive Minnesotans. But here's the other thing. We're also the second wave of states that locked down, and we're one of the lowest per capita of COVID incidents. So you could also make the exact same argument that the stay in shelter is working. That's the problem with all this, is that there's no real way or data to understand what's working and how, because we don't know. And that's where I get mad about people shaming people.
Oh, and that's the other reason why I have an issue with this. Like, there's states that haven't locked down at all, and they're downgrading their models too. So is it because we're locked down that they're okay and they don't have to? So who gets to decide which side of the line has to be, stay in shelter?
Whoever's in control.
Yeah, it's just, but like I said, and like you just said, there's no clear evidence one way or another. And all I've been saying this whole time is like people should be able to go live their lives. And I'm sitting there saying,
well, but I mean, if you could prove without a shadow of a doubt to me that you're putting other lives in jeopardy, that's fine. But this idea is weird to me because, look at other sicknesses. I mean, elderly people can die every time they leave their house, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I've been saying.
People with compromised immune systems can die every time they leave their house.
I get this speech every effing year from my doctor. You got to go get your flu shot, because if you don't get your flu shot, like every year, every time I've been and every time my MS has gotten worse, it was just, if you don't get your flu shot, you could have another relapse, and then the relapse can lead to this, you can lose that. I used to get horror scenarios pitched to me by the doctors of like, oh, you're gonna fall asleep and your heart will stop beating or your lungs will stop respirating and you won't be able to get them to start up again and blah blah blah. And it's just, after a while, like, it gets so depressing to be like, well, there's no point going out, I'm gonna get sick and I'm gonna die. And I just literally don't think people should live their life that way, because I've done it long term and it sucks. And so I'm like, people, get out, do stuff. Don't do this. Like, if you have someone at risk in your home and you want to be safe for them, go for it. But don't be like, oh, I can't go out because if I do, somebody's grandma will die. And it's like, that's not your choice. And that's not your
You don't get to decide when I kill your grandma.
Yeah. I'll decide when I smother
I'll decide when I kill your grandma. All right, Johnny. Well, I'm going to keep rolling along here. Thank you for checking in. I'm sorry about your show.
Oh well. We'll figure something out and do one eventually, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. Well, it's good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too, man.
All right,
keep
buddy.
it up. Have fun.
We'll do. Later. That was Johnny Crutches. Let's get up on here. Mark Lyons, Narc Lyons are the worst. Fuck Mark as well. It's over. Mark Maron, yeah. Trump might shut down the now. We're gonna get to that story for sure. I don't think you guys know what civil 8 civil wars were. I mean, okay, like you think that this is what I hate about these arguments is that like it's all drone strikes now, man. The death toll is gonna be so one-sided. It's so funny, and actually keeping people inside might actually lower our death rates a lot of the times here. We will get to Tovar. I wanted to do this Bernie thing. Aaron's not going to like it much, but I don't care. A lot of people are mad and sad that Bernie is out. I, for one, am glad. I've never really liked him. I find a lot of what he says to be absolute bullshit, and the way that Stossel went about covering this story was something that I really enjoyed because I thought pretty similar to what he's talking about, but it's really interesting. It's just another case of Reason knocking it out the park. So here's Stossel. I will be right back. We're gonna watch this, and then we will jump right back into it. We got Tovar. We got a bunch of stuff left still to come. It's gonna be a real fun show. So hold on. Here we go.
Here on the internet, Bernie Sanders is everywhere.
Wall Street, and Wall Street. Are you ready for a fight?
This matters because in the betting for who will be the next president, Donald Trump, the incumbent, leads, but among Democrats, Senator Sanders is among the top 4.
Thank you all very much. Let's go forward together.
And most people don't know that Sanders has quietly built a digital media empire. That means he's in competition with me, and he's winning. His videos come out every few hours, and they've been viewed almost 1 billion times.
You are talking about oligarchy.
Many of his videos are just him ranting about how Republican ideas hurt people. Here he claims that the repeal of Obamacare will kill Americans.
Tens of thousands of them will die.
He ignores the thousands who may live if the economy's allowed to grow.
Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin.
Other Sanders videos are edited, produced propaganda pieces.
You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Here, Sanders' staff runs a Trump speech where Trump quotes a song about a woman who takes a snake into her home and the snake then bites her. Trump uses it to take an unfair, mean-spirited swipe against immigrants while arguing for tighter immigration controls. Sanders has every right to criticize that. But then he runs a clip suggesting that the president calls all minority immigrants animals.
Animals.
This is the same kind of language that the Nazis used.
But the video never mentions that Trump's animal comment was about the MS-13 gang. Another consistent theme in Sanders' videos is that lots of people on the right are horrible, greedy people who scheme to get more money, in this case by abolishing the estate tax.
The death tax.
The death tax.
A death tax?
They claim repeal will save Trump $4 billion.
When we talk about a rigged economy,
He doesn't mention that the estate tax taxes money that was already taxed. It's double taxation. He could still argue against repeal, but he ought to be fair.
I can't go to school because they're not paying me my fair share.
Many Sanders videos demand that he make college free because it's just too expensive.
Not just one or two people out there who are saying like, oh, I can't afford to go to college. This is like the majority of college students.
His staff interviews themselves.
Student loans have really kept me from being able to do things like purchase a home.
Again, there's no mention of how existing tuition subsidies already increased the price of tuition. And there's not a peep about how his own wife's shady financial dealings bankrupted a college. It's just government must pay more.
The cost of education is just incredibly high, and somebody has to fit the bill. The government should assume that responsibility.
Government should take responsibility for your health care, too, says this video, which describes MSNBC anchor Ali Velshi as a Canadian capitalist.
Nowhere on the face of the earth is there a free health insurance market that works. Let's actually bring back affordable insurance for working-class families. There was never affordable insurance.
This is billed as a debate, but Republican Jim Jordan hardly gets to say anything.
It's just one of those areas that a free market doesn't work.
It's easy to win an argument if you never let the other guy speak.
Almost all new income and wealth is going to the top 1%.
Probably the biggest theme in Bernie videos is income inequality, which Bernie says
is not only immoral, it is causing massive suffering.
But he's just wrong. The wealth gap doesn't cause suffering. Yes, rich people got richer, but the poor and middle class got richer too. Bernie never says that.
And the poor are getting poorer.
Sanders posts a new economically ignorant video most every day. He says it would be easy to have free health care, free college, a living wage. How will it be paid for? Simple. Raise taxes.
Tax me. Please, please tax me.
Sanders says the responsible rich want to pay more.
I should be paying more in taxes.
So pay more. No one's stopping you. Or give to charity. Charities will spend your money better than government will. Socialists think government's a solution to every problem, and they pretend that what government provides is free.
Free education, universal health care, a living wage.
Bernie's videos would be just a joke, except millions of people watch. And lots believe the nonsense he preaches.
We look at these figures and we say, oh, unemployment is low, everything is fine, right? Well, unemployment is low because everyone has 2 jobs.
What? That's not how unemployment works. I don't know if she learned that from Bernie, but Senator Sanders is the king of economic ignorance.
The top 10% gets it all. Gets it all.
And 1 billion people watch. You should know about that. We'll watch, so you don't have to.
That was some Stossel. I love that video because it goes over a lot of the economic platforms, which is my primary anger with him anyways. What the hell is Corey taking bong hits? What do you mean? No, I'm not taking bong hits. I was watching a video with you, you prick. I didn't want to make fun of Dave now too. Fuck him. Just kidding. Or am I? Spicy. Yeah, I think a lot of people mourning Bernie, I'm glad that Bernie isn't going forward. A lot of his platforms just don't add up mathematically. And acting like government raised money is somehow free money, that doesn't do anything. And I've always said that. He's also a person. That needs to count for something. Being a person, right? A decent human being. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Yang Gang's not bad. I don't mind. I don't mind me some Yang Gang. I'm actually okay with Yang. There was some shit that he had that I didn't agree with, but he definitely had the right idea for a lot of it. So whatever. It's his, doesn't matter. Neither one are going to be on the ballot. So whatever, right? Unless they do. I don't know. Third party running. That's what we need to see. We need to see fucking Yang and fucking Bernie. There's a ticket people would vote for, but they won't do that, will they? They just can't. They just fucking can't. They won't do it. They can't do it. They ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Where else? Yang Gabbert. That would be rad, dude. I loved me some Tulsi. Tulsi was great. There we go. What happened here? There it goes. Wait. Yes.
You do fucking nothing. Oh what? Oh what?
It's working better. I think I figured out the volume thing on this.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's right. It's all going to be different now. Didn't Bernie promise to run as an independent in order to participate in the... Yeah, no, that's what he did. He also changed his status last time. Indoctrinated cucks? Who are cucks for indoctrination? Most people, right? I mean, yeah, I guess we might as well just do Tovar right now. I was going to do one other thing first, but we're hot on the heels of some argument points, so we might as well just fucking do that. Is that working? There it goes.
Yeah, I talked my way into your heart.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Fucking idiot. With your
That's
fucking
not what I'm telling all my friends.
Civil War bullshit.
Civil War.
Yeah, your hyperbolic Civil War death count.
What do you mean?
8 Civil Wars.
No, I'm serious. You posted that you posted this in that article, The Hammer and the Dance, man. Like, don't fucking get on me for quoting your own shit.
I will get on you for quoting my own shit.
No, I don't know. Like,
here's something interesting that I no. You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna keep you on the line, but I'm actually gonna go to one of the news stories because I want to see you react to it on here. Where the fuck is it? There it is. So, okay, this is something interesting, right? And I'll post it. Surprise, surprise, people. It's a Reason article. Who saw that coming? Ding, ding. Also, shout out to Reason for nailing it out of the box. Once again, getting an almost perfect factual rating from fucking 3 different fact check sites.
No, I love them because, like, using them is like my barometer. Like, nobody can talk shit about
Well,
it.
the thing I like about them, and I will put it up for everybody. I put this link up in the chat room, but it's right there for anybody that wants to kind of watch along. But the real thing that's really cool, and I'll show this article, but like in the article, and this is something that they have always done that I think is the greatest thing ever. They cite something.
I'm sorry. I didn't read that headline all the way. Could what? COVID headlines. Back up to the headline.
It's up there. It just takes a while.
Oh yeah, I see.
So here's something interesting, right? The death estimates keep shrinking as they keep upping the like time frame and the martial law. Nobody's talking about this.
Well, because I think that some places are doing a better job than others actually staying indoors, like the opposite of what Johnny wants to do.
They're not, though. It has nothing to do with that. And they've already proven that they're docking they're juicing the numbers.
Oh, that I believe. I mean that.
No. So check it out. Like, we have demonstratably less deaths than we were told. No, listen to me.
Yeah.
We have less deaths than we were being told about, right?
Okay.
And the heightened security keeps getting bigger. The time frame of when this is over keeps getting longer. But the death count keeps getting lower than what they said it would be.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
If like we know that other countries are like lying about their numbers, being dishonest the other way, right? Like they're claiming that less have been sick. Probably actually
we're
not,
just talking
right?
U.S. numbers. The world doesn't matter in this conversation.
But what I'm asking is why would we lie the other way? That's weird. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any logical sense.
We can have our citizens inside while we do whatever we want. And if we're Republicans in charge, we can create a giant panic, a pandemic. We can show it, and then the campaign trail gets cut in half. The incumbent wins 90% of the time.
The other logical explanation of that is that the social distancing that we're doing is actually working, and that is actually doing more.
But it's
to lower
not,
because
the numbers are coming out of states that aren't doing it.
Yeah, but there are also rural states that don't have like huge metropolitan areas.
Right, but like places that are doing it are like with the social distancing, right? Like I'm prepared to assume that that's cutting it down, right?
Right. Like it's like to say that while you live in a big like metropolitan area is kind of like scary, you know, because you're not acknowledging that you don't live in a situation where you could go out and do that because you don't live around as much people.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that like you're saying that there are states that don't have social distancing policies in place, that their numbers aren't growing because they're more rural than
I'm saying their numbers, everybody's numbers are growing. But they're not growing at the rate at which we've been hard sold.
New York's are outpacing ours, like what they claim. What are you talking about?
New York is a city, but I'm talking American numbers by American numbers, metrics right now. What they told us the numbers would be on March 22nd is different than the number they told us on April 8th, and the numbers went down, but the security went up.
But that's a state-by-state basis also.
No, that's the average for the entire country.
For the entire country, but if you break it down on a state-by-state basis, the reason why our average is going down isn't because of states that aren't quarantining.
No, it's because they totally lied about what the numbers would be. They're even juicing the numbers the other way to make up the gap.
Right, and I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's perplexing to me. What's perplexing to me, and I'm talking as an idiot, right? Like I'm not an expert on anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I don't think anybody here is an expert on anything. This is just two guys talking their way through shit.
Right. I just have questions, and like the questions that I have that I think are like the most pertinent are like if if other countries are lying about the numbers the other way, why logically would America like lie about those numbers the opposite way? And I'm not saying any numbers are accurate, because I'm not. I'm not trying to make that claim.
Because if the numbers go up, even if they're, let's say they're not real, right? And you can make the numbers go up, then that increases the amount of power you have as the government.
Yeah.
There's directly an incentive to do it. That's what I don't understand your argument.
Well, and I'll be honest, because this is a real tough one for me. This is a real tough one for me, because I'm a very, and you know this about me, I'm a very, like, super, like, civil liberties, like, libertarian. Like, I believe that, like, individual liberty is, like, more important than anything.
Sure.
But, like, I also don't want to just, like, call complete bullshit on these numbers and then go out and get, like, SARS-2 and die. You know, like, I don't want to be one of those assholes that walks around saying this isn't a big deal, and then in 2 months, like, you're reading my obituary.
I'm not saying it's not a big deal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we've dropped down over 21,000, what they told us, and it looks like the number is still going down. And it's
but 21,000 is a small number when you think about the number of cases that we have of dead people right now in this country. Like, that's not a very big number compared to, like, people that can die and the people that are already dead.
No, that's the people that are going to die from this. That's including the people that have already died.
But you're saying those numbers are 21,000 off when, like, last week Dr. was talking about, like, deaths anywhere from 100 to 200,000. Like, 21,000, that's
right,
a
but
very
these
marginal
numbers
number
are specifically coming from 4 different colleges, not some WebMD personality.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when you're talking about numbers that big, 24,000 doesn't seem like that big of an impact. You know what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying is that this is a metric that they know, yet they keep not reporting it. Like, this is public knowledge. You can go out there and Google this. Like, the numbers, the number count, the tally sheet, all that shit is readily available to everybody.
And that's why this is so infuriating, because, like, every single day, and I'm sure, like, you get this too, you're caught between thinking this is complete total bullshit and worrying that you're going to fucking die from this.
Well, here's
like,
the thing. It can be both.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, Andy. You're absolutely right. But, like, hearing like, people like Johnny talk who have, like, had, like, medical problems and stuff, and, like, are also suicidal, talk about how they don't really give a shit, like, who they transmit it to or if they get sick, is really disheartening.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get that, but also, like, the idea that you're going to catch this.
It's 80% of the people, and that's what the numbers. The math
but it's not, because
like
those numbers are juiced, though.
is
Those
supposed to
numbers
be
don't mean anything.
Right, you don't know.
Anybody that has the flu, anybody that dies,
on.
like, people that are dying of heart attacks in the hospital, they're saying is coronavirus.
Yeah, I know.
Even if it has nothing to do with it, they're juicing the fucking numbers.
Right,
and why would they do that? Because they can control us, and that's what they want.
Well, we won't actually know what's really going on for another 2 months.
Oh, at least. I think 2 months might even be the minimal of it. We might not even know what's really going on.
And by
for
the
2
time
years.
we figure out what's really going on, it's going to be too fucking late.
Agree 100% on that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, it sucks. I don't know what to do except for buy more bullets, man. I really don't.
It does
Just
seem
kidding,
like
I
the
don't
new
own
currency
guns.
is bullets, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Those aren't collateral deaths, Mike or Dave. They've been proven. I can send you a bunch of shit of a bunch of hospitals getting re-inspected and having their numbers go down by half because they were lying about it.
The problem is right now is that, like, anybody that has to go to a hospital for anything, like cancer, like, I have a friend whose mother has, like, terminal cancer right now, and she's probably going to die of COVID because she has to deal with the medical system right now. Because
or
of
what
it.
about people that had COVID in January, didn't realize they had it, and
I
then
hear
they
a lot
die
of
of a
that.
heart attack, and it's
I
in
don't-
their system, even though it has nothing to do with them.
I don't know what to think about that, man, because, like, everyone that I know got really sick this winter, and I don't think it was COVID. It could just been the flu. Like, we don't know for sure. Like, that's just conjecture. We don't know what a lot of us had this winter. It could have been COVID. You're absolutely right, but it could have just been a really bad flu bug.
Dave said heart attack calls have dropped way down.
Yeah, maybe. I think people just in general.
Yeah, I think
don't
people.
wanna
I
go
think
to
you're
the
right,
fucking
Dave.
hospital.
People are calling 911 less, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the, like, I have to clean out my gut. I'm like, fuck, like, anything that I am like, no, I could get hurt from that. It's just off the like, even working on cars right now, I'm a lot more fucking nervous, dude. I really am.
Yeah.
Like,
MME, hold on. MME said the predicted numbers are based on models, which change on the inputted data.
Inputted
Meanwhile,
data.
the numbers are fudged because all aren't reported and
Yes.
everyone isn't tested. One errant
Yes.
number can throw the whole thing off because the computers are running the wrong numbers. Right,
Yeah,
but this
I mean,
is the
they're
kind of
basically
stuff
trying to
that they
predict
should
the
have been
weather right now.
multi-checking, and they have
Yes.
said that they were, and they weren't.
They weren't. No, this is like them trying to predict the weather right now. They
Yes,
have
that's
no
exactly
idea what
that's
the fuck-
exactly that's
Yes.
exactly my fucking point. Is how much stock are we taking in the weatherman telling us there's a storm coming?
Mhm.
Because that's what it
It's
comes
a big
down to.
storm,
It doesn't come
but we
down
don't know
to
if
whether or
it's
not
flurry
SARS-2
or 12
exists.
inches.
It exists, and it's here. That's provable. It's
Yes.
literally how much you want, and it's also which weather station you're watching.
Yes. No, I agree. Because we don't know if we're getting flurries or we're getting buried. We
Right.
don't know which one it is yet. You're absolutely right.
And it sucks because, like, one of them, everything's totally cool. The other one, it's Mad Max time.
Well, and the other infuriating part is that we have no legitimate numbers. Like, you can't rely on China to figure out what's going to happen, because if it's China's example, we're all fucked. You can't look at Italy's example because we don't have the same health example. Like, we're not the same people as Italy. Same with China, really. So, like, every country is going through this shit differently, and you don't know how you're going to fucking fare until you're on the other side of it.
Yeah, and I mean, even then, we don't know. We don't even know when
And
this will
even
be
then.
over.
No. Well, because, I mean, and that's the thing, is, like, the people who are, like, in months who say it's going to be over in months don't understand how vaccines work. Like, if this isn't a hoax, and, like, we're really pinned until we get vaccines and, like, have to pray to God that this thing just doesn't mutate.
That's what I was
faster
going to
than
say,
we
because
can
then the other
vaccinate.
thing is, even if we get a vaccine, there's no guarantee it won't mutate.
Because they found a fucking tiger with it the other day. If this thing has the real possibility, and this is what's terrifying to me, is that this thing has the possibility to mutate faster than we can vaccinate.
Yes.
And if that's the case, this is just what.
Well,
like,
and here's
like,
something interesting too that nobody's talking about is that I have seen multiple reports from doctors warning about this exactly when we started doing the flu shots.
Also, when can we start talking shit about fucking Bernie supporters that I've fucking loathed for the last 6 years?
He said, being a Bernie supporter for the last 6 years.
No, I'm converted, man. But this, like, seriously, like, you showed me the way, like, 6 years ago, that there was no possible way for him to win. And, like, I have been screaming at every liberal friend that I've had for the last 6 years that you cannot take over
Look at my Facebook page
that,
the day he dropped out. Look at me going
No.
after people. You went
And
after people
like,
too, but just watch it.
Right, every single person that told me that Bernie had no shot as an independent, I just want to grab him by the fucking throat right now, and like, they don't understand.
Oh, he
like,
only had
the
a chance
years...
as an independent. That's the problem
Yeah,
with Bernie.
and that's the most infuriating part.
Is that he's not
have
anything but a company man, and he's a socialist, which makes him the most company man.
And that's what I saw 4 years ago. And I'm screaming at these people. I'm screaming that he's not for you. And even if he was, there was no shot he would ever take over a corrupt party like the Democratic Party. There's absolutely no way. And being able to be proven right in a situation this shitty is so bittersweet, it's not even fucking fake. Because at one point, I'm like really fucking sad that I was right. And on the other hand, I'm like,
welcome,
it's like
dude, welcome to my life. This is
I
how
know,
I
it's
feel
like-
when I rant anything
and,
politically.
yeah.
I get
Yeah,
so
because
mad
you've
that I'm
been like
right.
this for another 3 or 4 years longer than me.
I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right on
I
this
don't
shit.
want to be right. It sucks. But on the other hand, I'm just like, fuck you for all of the fucking shame and fucking intellectual doubt you threw my way for the last 6 years. Because I know you get it. Because all these people do when you back them into the corner is start ad hominem and gaslighting you until they feel like they're intellectually superior. And
Right.
It's so
That's what they
fucking
do. I mean, like,
infuriating.
and that's, a funny thing happened to me today was I actually responded to something on Sam Spadino's wall.
Yes.
And
well, I've been yeah.
watching the people interact with me on that wall just made me laugh. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
the moment I told them I was a libertarian, nothing I said mattered. It didn't matter,
Dude.
this and that. And they're like, you can't just persecute us. And I'm like, yeah, but you guys have not been listening and demeaning me because I think differently than you. But then now you're saying that I'm persecuting you.
I have been unfollowed and unfriended by more people.
You're, hey, switch your phone over to the other one, dude. You're doing that lag. thing.
Yeah. I got you. Hang on 2 seconds. It should be switching over now. Can you hear me?
Blydog said Sweden did it, right? Blydog, tell me your theory. I want to see this. Lock down their elderly and shut down their high school and college. Everything else stayed open. Yeah, I mean, that's like, if people could accept that as an option, that's exactly what would help. Like, because
I mean-
if you want to argue with me that certain people are at risk, fine. Those are the
Yes.
people that have to quarantine. Fuck you.
Yes. Well, and I'm stuck in a weird position where like my immune system is fine. I could probably live through it no problem, right? But like I live with someone with a compromised immune system, so like now I'm stuck with in a fucked up position where I'm just like, well, fuck, like I don't want to have that guilt for the rest of my life thinking that I murdered somebody because I thought my immune system can handle it. And I feel like there's a lot of people that if they really looked into their life and know somebody that's fairly close to them that has, not a perfect immune system. It sucks.
Well, but I mean, that's, and that's probably making you more, like, fucking, like, I don't know, more cautious. Obviously, it's making you more cautious. But
Paranoid.
More
paranoid.
Yeah,
you
like
talked about that
anxiety
earlier,
or
dude.
whatever. And
Yes.
that's something that, like, it's funny that you're now plunged into this. Somebody that was just posting on fucking Facebook 3 months ago how, like, well, I finally got a handle on my anxiety. And then somebody up there is like, oh, Tovar finally handles anxiety? Fuck him.
No, what's funny is that like I haven't shared this with anybody until now, but like I had a really fucking scary vision, like one of the first mushroom trips I had when this all started to go down, and that was just the idea that I was just going to be sitting here alone with my dog because everything I loved died.
Did it happen?
Not yet, but I mean, it was you know how it is when you're on mushrooms and fucking weird shit hits you like that. It's fucking trippy, man.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, tell me. You should try acid like an adult sometime, man. You really want to go away.
Oh, weird. I've never done that with you ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MME says, I think this is going to be like the flu as far as vaccines go. The flu shots only cover old flu. So guess what?
I'm really fucking
COVID
scared
shots
about-
going to drop next year for COVID-19. Yeah, because that's the thing. They can fucking
Not
just
next year,
keep
in 18
dropping
months.
them and fucking jacking the price over and over again.
I was
and
just about to talk about that.
everybody
We're not
that
all
can't
gonna be able
afford
to
it.
afford it. Yes.
Well, but it doesn't
We're not-
matter because the people that can't afford it don't get a say because they're the uninsured.
Yes. Well, they're the people that are already out working. They're the people that are already out like delivering your fucking food and working at the goddamn Targets and the
Right.
Walmarts.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. No, they're already people that are like trying to see if they got a winning lottery ticket because they're the people that find out first. Every single person that that works at a grocery store right now is gonna find out in the next few months if they got a winning lottery ticket or not.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is, right? Just
yeah, yeah. And
Crema Jean Studio says DMT or get the fuck out.
Okay, I got that too. Just
wow,
kidding.
You're all kinds of equipped for the apocalypse. Speaking of which, give us our Tovar's tips. We actually wasted almost all your segment time bickering.
Oh no, this is it, man.
Okay, let's not do tips tonight. Let's just yell at each other. It's fine.
If I had a tip, it's don't be so ignorant that you follow two-party
Oh
politics
man, yeah.
so
If
blindly.
you're in bed with either party, you're wrong. Like
Yeah.
here's the thing,
Dude,
I am a
seriously.
huge
How many
libertarian.
people do you know?
I am a huge individual rights guy. But
Yeah.
I would have voted for Bernie if he was third party. I
Yeah,
would have voted for
me too.
anybody that has momentum if they're third party because
Yeah.
it's only important that we stop these two parties because they're both the same and they don't give a fuck about us and
Yeah.
they're ruining our lives.
No, and like the happiest thing I have, and I'm sure you have it too, is that like, so you talked me out of it like 4 or 5 years ago, right? And I've talked like a handful of people out of it, and they're talking a handful of people out of it.
That's how it goes. That's how grassroots
And that's beautiful.
movements are. You have to
That's
you have to
fucking
start at the
beautiful, man.
base and then just
Yeah.
end from that.
Yeah, and it's just like empowering your family to deal with it because like I'm seeing literally, and I know you are right now, I'm seeing like 4 or 5 people waking up right now that are doing the same exact thing that I was doing 4 or 5 years ago. And it's important to fucking have their back and like help guide them through this so they can get to a point where they can, just critically think for themselves and realize that two-party politics isn't going to save anyone that they love ever. So yeah, I mean I guess that's my fucking Tovar tips for the day is like just get out of that fucking thing that need to be a political football team winner, that need for a political victory is so stupid, and it's the thing that's really corrupted this country more than anything is that people aren't willing to listen to logic
because they don't
want
care
to feel
because
like a winner.
everybody's
Yeah.
more concerned about what the greater
Yes.
good is, and the greater
Yes.
good is these people not being in power.
Yes. They just need to feel like a winner, and they're willing to do anything
Yeah.
to do it, and they don't realize
And that's
what
what
they're doing
I
to
hate
feel
the
like
most about Bernie Sanders, honestly, is that I hate the fact that he's sitting here preaching all this shit when he's just a company man. Like he's talked the same shit that has no mathematical backing for almost 50 years. He's
And if
played
he-
by the rules every time he could,
Yes.
and guess what? He's damn near the 1%.
Well, and you want to know the straw that broke the camel's back for me is if he was really that concerned with how in dire straits the country is, then why wouldn't he run as an independent? Why wouldn't he fuck over
He's a
the
company
Democrat-
man, and he
Yeah.
answers to the
And
DNC.
that's the problem. Is it because he doesn't really believe the shit that falls out of his stupid ass fucking mouth? He doesn't. He can't. He absolutely can't. Because if he did, there is no way that he would cow down twice to the DNC like this.
Yeah.
There's just no fucking way.
I mean, I wouldn't expect him to even the first time. I
The
honestly
first
was
time.
surprised.
I was so
surprised
mad.
he didn't do it the first time. And then like what I love to me, and this is where I just love laughing my ass off at people, is like how many people, and I saw you supporting him too. I fucking saw you like that.
Well,
like
to
you
be
were-
fair, but the previous election, I had still voted Libertarian. Like I was still a third
yeah, but
party
I
guy
mean, you
before.
still were banging the Bernie drum last time, and
But
like
to be fair,
you
you
were
see a
banging.
guy that said the same thing for like 40 fucking years. It's hard not to like that guy. You
Well,
know?
if
And
he's
that's-
saying the wrong thing, it's easier to not like him.
that's fair, and that's what you showed me.
Like, you can say something over and over again. If it's wrong, it's fucking wrong. You know, like, that's my problem. And that's like,
Yeah.
it's easy. That's
Yeah.
why I played that Stossel video. It's easy
Yeah.
to talk about all these people that will die, but you're also not addressing all the people that will live if you don't implement those systems.
Yeah.
Not to mention the flawed-ass math behind
Oh, you
all
mean
of it.
us right now? I don't know if you know this right now, but we are the new Venezuela. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I
we are
know.
so fucked.
Yes,
we are
welcome to the Banana
so
Republic.
fucking
Although we're not the new Venezuela, because you know what
fucked.
Venezuela couldn't do?
Make its
Start
own
World
gas.
War III to balance their budget.
Oh yeah. No. We're. Like, I'm so glad that I'm 40. I'm so glad that I'm fucking 40 years old. That I'm above the age of drafting.
I know.
Like,
It's pretty good. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. Coming up on
I
time.
love you. Thanks for letting me vent.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Yep.
That is Stephen Tovar of Stephen Tovar fame, as it were. Let's just fucking call Tom. Why not, right? We haven't called Tom yet this episode. Fuck yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yo.
Tom.
Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Were you sleeping?
Just about.
Good. So I woke you up just right at that line.
All right. No problem.
Is this the Mad
what's going
Tom?
on, man?
Everybody's saying hi to you, man. People are loving you.
Oh, well.
Look,
Thanks,
a
everybody.
man with your limited fan base can't afford to sleep at a time like this.
You mean in the middle of quarantine and stay-at-home orders and all that sort of shit?
Whatever. You were the one that was just flexing nuts about how you don't have to stay at home.
I don't have to stay at home. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, so
I
shut
can
the
go to
fuck up
work.
with your depressed ass bullshit.
Fair enough. No, I gotta work
Poor
tomorrow.
Tom.
and
He's
stuff,
got to work. You got to work tomorrow?
so- I do, yeah.
What time?
6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just call you in another 2 hours then, too, just to make sure you're real up, you know?
Yeah, just call the show, call me and wake me up and just have me in a
Mikey
rage.
Two Milk says, I love you, Tommy C.
Oh, that's nice that Mikey Two Milks. I love him too. He's a good guy. He's the only good guy in your whole group. Well, him and Tovar, I guess.
Is that true? Bly Dog says, hello, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. That's what he says. Hi, Tommy.
Tommy, huh?
Yeah, I guess they're really loving the Tommy right now. Tovar is all capsing, asking why you answered the phone.
Oh, he knows why I answered the phone. If I see it's Corey or him or part of the family, I probably wouldn't. I would answer the phone. But if it's anybody outside of you guys and actual family members and shit like that, I probably would have fucking just said.
Wait,
fuck
did you
it,
just make
dude.
us related to you? I'm not okay with this.
Whatever, dude. Like, family by choice. I mean, maybe not by your choice, but by my choice, anyways.
I'm not family. I'm a hostage.
Distant cousins. How about that?
I paid you to do a job once a week so that I wouldn't have this emotional connection, Tom. You're
Well,
a
that's
business
true.
transaction to me, guy.
Oh, well, that's fair. Am I getting paid for this then?
Buddy, friend, pal.
That's what I
How
thought.
the fuck you been, you old so-and-so? God, do I love and miss you for no amounts of money.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, uh-huh. Way to turn that around real quick there, huh? Boy, how you have learned from the Democrats so much, huh?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, Republicans, it doesn't really matter. Republicans, Democrats, either way.
Tom is going off. I have so many sound effects going on underneath you right now.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
shit! That's nice to hear.
Excuse me, bitch.
You should be using all the sound effects. That's all I know is you just use all the sound effects.
You're getting, I don't want to brag, but you just received the biggest laugh break I've ever seen you get. How's that feel?
Well, not bad.
Yeah?
It could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot better, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm, still pull out the old notebook, so carry one around with me just to write down little ideas.
Yeah, it must be nice to get outside your house and actually have things happen. All my jokes are so garbage right now. They're like, so on my way to the fridge the other day.
Yeah.
What's the deal with garbage can liners? Am I right?
Jeez, going with your Seinfeld bits already, huh? What's the deal?
A-Bombers asks, how was that headache from Tuesday? See, you've got fans that are concerned about you, Tom.
Well, that's real nice of them. No, well, the headache actually lasted through Wednesday, so that's probably not a good idea, a good thing. But I do appreciate the concern. Yeah, I'm feeling good today.
Mikey Two Milk says the Tommy C segment is the only reason I listen.
Oh, well, God bless Mikey Two Milks is what I said.
Fly Dog said, I'm out. Catch you guys tomorrow. Catch us outside. How about that? He also said, bye, Tom. Hey, Bly Dog, if you go exclamation, bye, Tom. There you go. Wait, did it work? No, it didn't. If you go exclamation point bye, Tom, with no spaces, that is an actual thing you can do. I made a bunch of Tom-related stuff on the Snapchat bot or whatever, the night bot. I got like, so here's some sweet techno babble for you, Tom. I got myself a chat bot, and a chat bot is something you can just put in there, and you can have it respond to all these phrases, and it is loaded to the brim with hi, Tom, bye, Tom, I am Tom. Like you're a real Tom's Tom, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's about time I'm something of a Tom or some shit like that. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad I've become a popular segment for your Twitch show here. I mean, I haven't gained any new followers or on Instagram or Twitter. No new friend request or whatever, but
it's coming. I mean, they're coming. They get a little shy.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much accept everybody. I can definitely tell is not a bot. And basically, if you're not friends with some old-ass fucking comic and we're the only mutual friends is you, that fucking old-ass comic who doesn't know any better, and me, I know you're not a bot. That's all I know.
Hey, why don't you tell everybody where they can go to donate to my Venmo?
It's at Corey Adam Comedy. Venmo and PayPal out there.
That's right. Oh, you're actually watching now, huh?
No, I just know that everything you do is at Corey Adam Comedy.
Oh, attaboy. Somebody paid attention. Wait, I can also
have to. That was the only way I was gonna get stage time at Willie's was just to pay attention.
You're not wrong. See, that's the thing. You understood it.
Just because of me putting up the stage and doing all the setup.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Poor you. You're the only person getting paid every night you were there, other than me.
Right. Well, hey, you know what? It's not my fault that I just did the duty. You paid me, and then everybody else is just some kind of cuck sitting on the sideline wondering, well, why is Tom so special? Well, motherfuckers, I got muscle. How about that? You motherfuckers could have just worked out a little bit when
you're the muscle.
Teenagers.
Like, look at how fucked up we are as a mob. You're the muscle. Just think about that.
Actually,
we got a bouncer from Povs as our muscle. That's where we're at.
Actually, of the collective, if you will, of the group, to consider me the muscle. I mean, you and Tovar have been in more fights than I fucking have.
Yeah, but like, sure. I'm not getting my hands dirty. Come on, that's henchman shit. You got this.
Well, yeah, now, because who the fuck's gonna mess with me on the street? I mean, other than somebody who's actually armed.
I would say anybody with a sun lamp.
Listen, if they're walking down the street with a sun lamp, they got fucking more issues if they're gonna.
Oh yeah, you're worried about the sun lamp now?
No, I'm just saying, like, they're carrying down the sidewalk or on the street with a fucking sun lamp. Your analogy and your story does not make any fucking sense.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm here to do. Confuse and frustrate you with fandom.
You just really want to get my goat. You want me getting raged so the fans feel more at home with this? We get too lovey-dovey, they get concerned. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. We have somebody that's what does it say? Cucho Mini Miniatures 77 porn. That's kind of weird. That's a very specific kind of porn. Said, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I've checked out your Corey Adam comedy channel. 400 follower goal, simply the best stream. I'm about to create overlays and panels. Dude, that's awesome. That's super cool.
Oh, nice.
Have a look. The website in my profile image. Blythe, me, just chatting. The best. Okay. Well, hopefully that's a real person and not just a porn bot that, like, got me suckered in. Like, because, you know, it does say porn in the title. Oh, it says prom. It's prom. I'm fucking up. Like when I do, see people, it's funny because people think I'm like blind, which like I might be but I have a bright light shining in my eyes. And then the chat room on my end is like way smaller than what you guys see because it's set up within this fucking, I can show you. It's set up within this giant panel. So it shrinks this. So it's like super hard to see. And I have to like squint my eyes like, what? Tom.
Yeah.
How's being awake?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I'll make it through tomorrow. It's a short shift anyways.
Tovar, I wish I could get glasses. That would be dope. Do you know how much money I can make as a nerd? Fuck yeah.
Is that why you're not getting booked at like nerd comics or conventions and shit?
No, I'm not getting booked there because I knocked out a Doctor Who.
Wasn't that Justified?
Yes, it was. Well, no, he was cosplaying Doctor Who. It wasn't from the show Justified.
Well, no, I understood. I'm just saying, like, wasn't like your actions were justified though in punching him, right?
I mean, I was on a lot of drugs and drunk, so my recollection of the situation says yes.
I mean, that's the only kind of recollection an Italian has is drunken on drugs, right? Let's create new stereotypes. This is the time of COVID. Let's do more stereotypes.
Wow,
Come on,
God.
everybody.
Your racist is showing, Tom.
It's not racism. It's just fact. I mean, because I can't be racist against other white people, can I?
Is that the rules? I don't know the rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the rules either. I'm just assuming I can't be racist. I mean, I could be bigoted toward another white group.
Sounds like a lot of liberal chess you're going through right now, Tommy.
Well, you know, if I can backpedal with the best of them, I'll be a real politician one of these days.
That's ironic because your body doesn't look like it was built for swimming at all.
That is true. I mean, but the back pedal could also be like on a bike or like a paddle boat or something.
Yeah, you look like you would rip apart a paddle boat.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that shit when I was a kid.
I bet you did.
Nice
All right,
push.
you go back to bed. Tell people where they can find you.
At Tom Chillstrom on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com /Tom.Chillstrom, or apparently here whenever the fuck Corey wants me on here.
Yes. Not me. It's them. I don't even want you here, but they turned you into a thing. It's hi, Tom. I think the thing was I tipped the thing that I didn't like you, and then everybody else just fucking came in.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I just pulled it up here, so there you go. TM Chill on
So check
Twitch
this out, Tom. You're in there right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So just type ! I'm Tom.
Yeah, you know I don't have the sound on, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to do the. No, there's no sound. You don't have to do the apostrophe either. Just type in I'm Tom. Or maybe I am Tom. I forget what I put in there.
Like all one word or?
Yeah, ! first, one word. ! Is the command.
Okay.
I'm Tom. I think it is. I am Tom.
For some reason, I can fucking exclamation point.
Oh wait, it won't work because you're not a subscriber. Phoenix, you were gifted a subscription. If you don't know when you subscribed, it means you were in here and you got gifted one. We did have a hype train going earlier. So here, I'll do it for you, Tom. Just watch me, right?
Right.
Oh, it didn't happen. I am Tom. There's also,
nice.
Here we go. There's also Tom.
What a loser. Wow.
Hi, Tom.
Well, you spelled hi
Oh,
Tim.
I fuck.
You
Yeah, shut
fucking
up.
moron.
What up, Tim? You're Tim now, bro.
Well, very fun. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's kind of fun, right?
Right. Well, hold on. I think I might be able to get it here.
I don't think you can get it though because you're not subscribed. Only subscribers get to play with the toys.
I don't know. I'm gonna try it here. No, you're right.
I think it's great that everybody can activate the hi Tom stuff except for actual Tom. That makes me happy on a level you don't know. You shouldn't be allowed to control anything that's based off loving you.
Well, that's fair too, because I don't have any basis for any kind of love, anyways, right now. So.
Is that true? Are you okay?
Oh yeah.
Do I need
dude,
to start
I'll be
playing like
fine.
suicide music? Do I need to drive over to your house and fucking say anything to you so you feel loved? Just get a little boom
No.
box.
No, you
Drive
you
all the way
call
over
me
to Savage.
Why didn't you do the air quotes when you said that, man?
I did. They're delayed.
Oh fuck.
I didn't actually.
Oh, you are such an ass.
All right, you know what? You're out of here. Tell people where to find you. Just kidding. You already did that. Tom.
Yeah, at Tom Chilstrom.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, bud.
Have fun at work tomorrow and get fucked.
Oh, I will definitely do. Well, both of those. Well, probably the second thing for sure, but not maybe the first thing. I probably want.
That's what I like. Adventure. All right, buddy. Talk to you later.
Later, bud.
Goodbye. That was Tom Chilstrom. He out of here. That's how we do. Alas, another Tom has parted with the show. Boo. That's right. That's fucking right, baby. Let's what didn't we get to here? Oh yeah, New York is digging like mass graves right now. That's fucking creepy, right? I mean, like, I get it. COVID's serious and all that shit, but like, let's see if we can fucking do this. Pop that right there. This is fucking crazy, right? And I'll post this into the chat room. I should have done that first, actually, but there you go. That's the link for you two to follow at home. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, they might have to bury their unclaimed coronaviruses in the heart of New York, but they're trying to say no mass burials. But I mean, this is clearly a mass burial, right? Like, maybe this isn't for coronaviruses, but they're denying it, and there's actual picture proof of them doing it. So that's just something to be aware of, I guess. If that's your kind of ball of wax. I mean, that's a fucking weird, shady thing to me. You know, hey, we're not going to be doing any fucking mass graves. Also, here's a mass graves. No, I get it. Hey man, this is a weird time. Weird measures, all that shit. I'm not judging anybody for doing it. I'm saying they're publicly denying it and there's drone footage of them doing it. That's the main problem here. It's not the fact that they're doing it. It's the fact that they're like, no, there's no mass graves. Whoops. And there absolutely are.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Excuse me, bitch!
I just love those sounds. I'm so glad that I'm getting the sound effects thing down. I got to fix the volume on that one. Bombers, I know you're still here. This is for you, buddy. Fuck yeah. Skull Vikings. Also, news that I'm really sad to break. The XFL decided to fold. It's done. That makes me very sad. I really, really loved the XFL. I hope that they come back next year and that this is all just a thing to make sure because it's the right business move to pull the plug right now if you don't know for sure if you can make it back. It's easier to relaunch everything than it would be to carry over this into whatever this season will end up being. So I don't think it's the last time we've heard the XFL going away, but man, I loved that thing, and I am very sad that they're gone, but you know, whatever. What else was it? We got that one. We got that one. What's this one? Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think that was... God, did we really get through everything? We must have. First time for fucking everything. I never get through everything. It's very, very ironic and weird. Oh, yes! Thank you, Matt. I fucking knew there was one I forgot. Where did I... Yes, you're right. Where the fuck is it, though? Hold on. Did it not save? Huh.
The coach said you don't take
Oh
late
God,
play
that's
replacement.
not it. Hold on. We'll do this right now. What was the article on? Was it play? Oh wait, you sent it to Facebook. I can just find it. Never mind. I'm getting it right now. I don't know why, but I assigned it to a button earlier, and it's not on my button pad, so I totally forgot about it. But yeah, we'll get to that right fucking meow. Now, this is on Raw, so like we have to start by saying whatever, but it's still kind of hilarious if you think about it. Look at this shit too. Like, where is it? There we go. There's a pop-up here that I clicked off. There's like allow this. There's this. Like, this is just like if you didn't know that you weren't like going into a bad news site, like this kind of tells you, right? Like, look at that shit. But anyways. So yeah, these are M19. The thing that's crazy about this, though, is that this would be right around the time when they interviewed Trump, so maybe Trump has it. I mean, I don't know. Whatever's going on, no one's being honest. If they have it, like, that's going to be absolutely banana sandwiches going forward. Like, you never know what happens. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking weird. That's fucking great. That's that. All right. Did you have anything you wanted to say about it? Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Check this out. I have CNN on here too. Why didn't that work? What? Oh, it's because it parted channels. That's weird. I don't know why it would do that, but there we go. There. Oh, do I have to have it capsed? I bet I have to have it capsed. Well, what the fuck? I had a CNN command in there. Garbage. You know what? We're going to go to the command list right fucking now. Oh, no, you know what? It was the other one. Here it goes. I fucked it up. That. Yeah, it worked. I just typed it in wrong. I'm a fucking moron. We got it. There we go. Yeah, no, CNN is really falling apart. Raw, sorry, like it's going to be interesting seeing how many news sources emerge that we all like. So, all right, this point of the show, we're going to move to the end phase. Here we go. Are you ready? Look at that. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for your support. Thanks for listening. Yeah, it's really cool. Don't forget to go to Venmo and donate.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
I don't know. Or do?
You do fucking nothing.
Fine. Jesus. Fine. I'll do fucking Newton. Whatever. Yeah, go to Venmo at Corey Adam Comedy or go to PayPal. Anything you can give helps. Everything goes directly to me, which is the channel. So, you know, that helps. Yeah, help me get a gun. We're going to need it in these trying times for sure. Also, don't forget to go across all the platforms and follow me. You guys have been awesome. We do this Friday through Tuesday, so we will be back tomorrow. This is actually our Monday. But, you know, what do you fucking do, right? There's not really anything you can do. So, yeah, I think we got to everything today. Like, today was a really weird one, and I'm okay with that. It's really weird because, like, I don't know, man. It just, like, it felt like it went fast, but it felt like it went slow at the same time. It's a very weird time. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a nice show lined up for you. We got a bunch of people already down. it's going to be fucking great. I just got to find these track lists, and we'll get the fuck out of here. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Remember, too, if for some reason you missed the show, if you subscribe, you can have access to the archives. If you don't subscribe, you don't have access to Chatbot or anything of that. But the other thing to remember is if you subscribe and help the channel, that's awesome. If you can't afford to, the videos will be on YouTube, so you can still get the fix there. But the YouTube ones are usually edited. They take a lot of copyright stuff down, whereas these guys don't so much, so we do it that way. What is the point if the main networks in New York, Washington fell seriously? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We get our news the same way. And here's the thing. I'll still be here. I'll still be bringing you guys the news. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a person that should be doing this, I guess. But here I am doing it. I'm going to gather what I think is relevant, and we're going to talk about it. And a lot of this isn't to help you. It's to help me. So, I mean, fucking whatever, you know? But thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting or logging in. I know that we're all sitting here bored during a quarantine, but I also know you could be spending your time with anybody you want. And I'm just saying, I'm glad you came here. Thank you so much. We will see all of you tomorrow. Wrong button. Wrong button. Redo it. We will see all of you tomorrow.
To our town, the microphone, a phone is hit. Suffer fools.